Old Black OJ had a wife. Looky here. Old Black OJ had a big old knife. Looky here. With a stab wound here and a dead Jew there. Here coon, there coon, everywhere stab wounds. Old Black OJ killed his wife. Looky here. Old Black OJ went to the courts. Looky here. Went to the court and the judge was a nip. Looky here. With fried rice here and an egg roll there. Here nip, there nip, everywhere nip. Stab wound here and a dead Jew there. Here coon, there coon, everywhere stab wounds. Old Black OJ killed his wife. Looky here.
All right, let me start with I've Got to Get a Message to You. Which is one of my favorites. Yeah. All right.
The preacher talked with me and he smiled. Said, come and walk with me. Come and walk 1 more mile. Now for once in your life you're alone. But you ain't got a dime. There's no time for the phone. I just gotta get a message to you. Hold on. Hold on. 1 more hour and my life will be through. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. You guys sound great. Lonely Days? Lonely Days.
Oh, no, can't play.
You need a piano. How about New York Mining?
Lonely days.
Go ahead.
Lonely nights. Where would I be without my woman? Lonely days. Lonely nights. Where would I be without my woman? Lonely days. Lonely nights. Where would I be without my woman? Lonely days. Lonely nights. Where would I be without my woman?
New York mining disaster, 1941. This is good.
Oh, just the verse and chorus, yeah.
In the event of something happening to me, there is something I would like you all to see. It's just a photograph of someone that I knew. Have you seen my wife, Mr. Jones? Don't go talking too loud, you'll cause a landslide, Mr. Jones.
Whoa. How can you mend a broken heart?
I can think of younger days when living for my life was everything a man could want to do. I could never see tomorrow. No one said a word about the sorrows. How can you mend a broken heart? How can you stop the rain from falling down? How can you stop the sun from shining? What makes the world go round? How can you mend this broken man? How can a loser ever win? Please help me mend my broken heart and let me live again.
Whoa. Nights on Broadway.
Blaming it all on the nights on Broadway, singing them love songs, singing them straight to the heart songs, blaming it all on the nights on Broadway, singing them sweet sounds to that crazy, crazy town.
Yeah.
Too Much Heaven? All right.
much heaven no more. It's much harder to come back. I'm waiting in line. Nobody gets too much love anymore. It's as high as a mountain and harder to climb.
No? Yeah. And what about doing a song from the new album? What can you perform anything here for us?
Yeah.
All right.
This is for the children of Bosnia.
Okay.
Living in a world that dies within. You were there, you try and touch the wind. You could be a blessed one who makes me love you. Every wave that hits the shore could be a silver star that shines on my blue island. Gonna be a blue island. See you on a blue island. Take you to a
Nice.
Bit of it.
Hey now. Hey now, I said.
Hey now.
Can I get a hey now?
Hey now.
Oh, there you go. Hey now.
Hey now.
Okay.
Hey, now.
Hey now. Hey, everybody, what's happening, baby?
Hey now.
Yeah.
Hey now.
Oh, boy, so much to talk about. You know, a lot is being said about officiating at football games, and there was an article in the paper about how a lot of these refs, all of the refs, basically, it's a part-time job for a ref.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what went on? I've never seen
Pittsburgh?
so many blown calls in the off-season, you know, like the postseason.
Well, the thing that got everyone crazy was the Giant game, because the Giants got robbed.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
But you know what? That got everybody nuts. And then Pittsburgh-Cleveland, 3 different times a field goal was attempted, and the controversial one really was when the guy ran into the kicker after the fact.
Right.
Which, you know, I understand. I mean, a kicker is like not even a real football player. You know, those guys
He's
can't
a
be.
guest star.
He's a guest star. He can't be touched, even if it's after the field goal.
They could get seriously hurt kickers.
They can. I mean,
Yeah,
you know, that's like me getting hit by a football
Right.
player. I would crumble.
That's not a regular football player.
Right. Yeah, and those guys
Howard,
do need to be protected in a sense.
You know, it's a weird thing. They were talking about on the sports station about how bad the officiating's been this year.
Right.
And there was a game earlier in the year. It was a Minnesota game. And the NFL front office admitted that there were 9 calls made by the officials that were wrong. 9 in one game.
Right.
But here's the funny part. 2 of the guys that officiated that game went to the playoffs.
Yeah, they were in the Giants game, right?
So how do you get rewarded for being so bad?
The weird thing is probably they don't pay, I don't know, what do they pay a ref in the NFL?
I don't think it's a lot.
Yeah,
But apparently if they're in the postseason, like Super Bowl refs get like $20,000 or something for that one game.
So the point is, you know, the odds of a ref's got to live on whatever it is, and then he's got to take another job. I mean, something as rich as NFL football.
It seems that they'd have a full-time officiating staff and they'd pay those guys if it makes a difference.
They could hire Stephen Hawking, one of the brightest guys in the world, to be a ref. I mean, you could hire anyone you want with their money. Pay each guy $150,000 a year. So what? They got the money coming out of their ass.
And they might know the rules.
Right. That's right. I mean, get guys who have to study like rocket scientists.
This past weekend, a ref said, you know what? You know, one of the coaches wanted to challenge a play, and the ref said, you know, I don't think that's a challengeable offense, but I'm going to call somebody.
Yeah, that's what he did.
The
refs, though, you know, they're probably gym teachers that they tapped from somewhere who want to be refs, who want to be near NFL guys.
You know what it reminds me of? Like boxing judges. They're just people who have regular jobs.
Right.
And then you call them up on the weekend and say, come and watch this game for me.
Yeah, but, you know, Robin's right. They're always on the phone nowadays.
Yeah.
They're on the sidelines talking to someone or looking at a computer screen.
Benji thinks NFL refs make $75,000 a year, which that sounds like a lot of money to me for being a ref. But you see, you can't be a full-time ref on 75 if you got a family and, you know, who knows how much of that travel expense is picked up. You know, it could be.
The kids get jobs?
I guess. I don't know, but I guess for $75,000 you get guys who aren't all that great at it.
$75,000 seems like a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a decent
it does, but you still need another job.
Right.
Really?
Well, no,
yeah,
no,
come on.
No,
what, a guy with a family
they
of
aren't
4?
living your lifestyle.
Howard,
well, they're not living like... Listen, you take a guy in where Gary lives, Connecticut.
But then you don't live in Connecticut when you make $75,000. You're out of touch. $75,000 is good money.
I'm out of touch. No. Excuse me. $75,000 is good money, but it depends where you live. $75,000 in New York City will last you a day.
But then you don't live in New York City. You live where you can afford.
Yes, that's true.
And
but
then you just
some people, some people want to live better for their families.
Then you don't
get to better schools, get better homes. So they say, I'll get another job. So if they hired guys for $150,000 a year, the NFL certainly could afford it. You'd have guys who would not be looking for side work. You'd have guys who were looking full-time, who also would be... Listen, you got to understand something. A guy who can earn $75,000 a year probably could earn $150,000 a year. And the really smart dudes aren't going to go into reffing.
Right. Well, I don't
you
think you're
understand?
ever going to get really smart dudes in reffing.
Sure you will. You pay them enough money.
You don't get really smart dudes in football.
Pay them like they pay doctors. You'll get guys who go to medical. Instead of medical school, I'll go be a ref.
Well, what was that big controversy with the Major League umpires? They all went to court. They all got in trouble because I think they were taking their plane tickets. That's what it was. They got paid so little, they would get business class tickets and then cash them in for coach and keep the money.
You got to understand something. If you're a gym teacher, $75,000 is a fortune.
Right. Well, one of the guys...
But if you're a guy who is type A in business, hustles his ass off, is going to learn every rule in the NFL,
I don't think that's
real intelligent...
That's the guy who's running football.
Right.
Get him. But pay him more.
Yeah, but 150 G's a year for 17 weeks of work, that becomes the best job ever.
Dude. The cast of Friends gets $1 million an episode.
Yeah, well, they do 26.
NFL rates just as much interest as Friends. Hire a ref for $100,000 a year, $125,000, $150,000. You're going to get a better caliber guy.
In essence, the refs in some ways are the script writers.
Exactly. They're the guys who are... Listen, the Giants getting robbed of a game. I don't know what the Giants pay for their whole franchise. But certainly if they had refs there who understood the game, they wouldn't have gotten robbed. At least they would have had a fair game.
I'll tell you, though, if refs in football start getting $150,000 a year, the cops and firemen really got a bitch.
Right.
But why? Yeah, why? Football is a TV show that brings in billions of dollars. Why shouldn't the guys officiating be really bright guys who understand the rules of the game?
They should be, but I guess the fact is, you know...
They're trying to cheap out.
But if they only work 16 weeks a year and they're making $75,000, they can have another job.
Sure they can, but, you know, the thing is, make it so that those rest of the weeks they're studying. Well, so that they have to take a test.
Did you see that thing?
I'm sure.
Did you see that thing in the article, Howard, where there was a referee made a call, and he said, "I'll have to check the rule book, but I don't think that's allowed."
Yeah.
And the coach goes, "Listen, dude, here's the rule book. Why am I telling you the rules?"
Right.
Like the referee didn't know the rules.
Well, the Jets lost fair and square. They just sucked it up.
Yeah, there was no question there.
Yeah, but I think Pittsburgh fans Pittsburgh, you know, that game was a little odd.
Yeah.
But Pittsburgh got outplayed.
Yep.
And, you know, bottom line, they still got outplayed.
It's amazing what happens at the, when you see, like, the teams that just struggle into the playoffs meet some of these teams that really belong in the playoffs. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a world of difference.
Right.
Anyway, Howard, it is the day after your birthday, and somebody wanted to call in to wish you a happy birthday, and they're on line 16.
Who is it, Robin?
It is the king of late night, Jay Leno.
Oh, wow. Hey, Jay.
No, I thought you had to guess, Howard. I was going to give a clue like Garvin.
Well, everybody knows your voice, Jay.
No, they do.
Is it the real Jay or?
Yeah, no, it's the fake Jay.
Is it fake Jay?
That evil Jay.
No, it's the real Jay.
Is this Fred Travalena?
Yeah, it's Fred Travalena. You got it.
How you been?
I'm all right. You tell a few jokes, trying to make a living.
Yeah, you're doing well. You're doing well. I still don't get why you don't...
He works. He has another job. There's a guy who makes a good salary.
That's right. I have another job.
Yeah. By the way, I'm not out of touch with guys who make $75,000 a year. What I'm saying... You understand what I'm saying, Jay?
Yeah.
Do you care about football, Jay?
No, I agree with you. It brings in billions of dollars. They should pay him more.
Exactly. Just get guys who are real super whizzes at this stuff.
Exactly.
I think Jay should be an NFL
I don't think
ref.
the rules are changing as, every moment. They could get a guy who just learned some rules.
Well, they'd get guys that work at Foot Locker and they wouldn't have to change.
You talk about money.
I wasn't talking about money.
I'm talking about money.
Oh.
I'm still amazed that you don't go to NBC and ask for more money if you're beating Letterman in the ratings. You're beating Letterman in the ratings.
Why do you get that?
I think you like the idea that you're sort of like the underdog or something, but nevertheless, why not get the money? Give it to charity.
But also, why doesn't he live on his salary? You know that whole... I never touch the money I make.
Yeah, why do you never touch the money you make?
Because I do stand-up. I live on that money.
Yeah, but why not live on both money?
Well, because I don't need to spend that much money to live. I do okay.
Do you have a private jet?
No.
NBC provide you with a private jet?
No.
That's ridiculous.
How are you getting back and forth to these gigs? On a motorcycle?
Yeah, I got a car. I can drive.
So you only live on your comedy gig money?
Well, I mean, I have the money. I just bank it. I just don't use it. I live on the money I make as a comic. I always did that.
Wow.
Even when I started out, that's what I used to do.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, it's funny. It's
I really don't.
Funny.
But it seems to work.
Jay gets upwards of $100,000 a gig. Just to go do stand-up, he gets it. And he's good at it.
Right.
And so let's say you make, how much you make a year from just stand-up? Like $2 million or something? $3 million? More.
No, a lot more than that.
Wow. That's so nice.
That's what I mean. So I do okay. So, hey, don't cry for me.
Why not build yourself a house in Hawaii? Or
I don't want to go to Hawaii.
Well, you have missed the point of life.
I'm not a Hawaii guy, Howard.
But where do you go to relax?
I was in Hawaii one day. I said, I'm going to sit on the beach. I sat on the beach. I looked at my watch. It was 10 o'clock. And then about 3.5 hours later, I look at my watch and I go, it's 10 after 10. My watch broke. I said, my watch broke. And I said to somebody, hey, what time is it? They said 10 after 10. I said, really? I've only been here 10 minutes?
So it's horrible to you to go on vacation?
I'm not a Hawaii guy.
Do you go on vacation?
Go on vacation. Yeah.
I'm not a vacation guy.
What do you do for fun? The cars with the antique cars?
Yeah, I like to work on my cars. Cars, bikes, stuff like that.
He's Letterman's worst nightmare, a guy who doesn't like to go on vacation, right?
Yeah, even Letterman will hit the beach.
Hey, there you go.
Dude, yeah, Letterman will go to St. Bart's. I read that every once in a while.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm not a tropical guy.
So do you have any, like, how big is your house? Your house is like a regular house, right?
Same house I lived in before I had the Tonight Show.
Mavis doesn't want a bigger house?
No, the house is big enough for like 2 people.
That's true.
There you go.
But still, you know.
The trick is to make show business money and lead a normal life. You never have any problem.
You never wanted kids, right?
No, I don't want any kids.
I mean, was it a thing that you couldn't have kids, or you just didn't want them?
No, we just didn't want any kids. You know, I'm always on the road, and this way Mavis and I could, you know, if I'm somewhere she wants to be, hop on a plane. You know,
and Mavis never pressured you for children?
No, she doesn't want any kids either.
Boy, that's great.
I read that story once, that she actually made that decision years ago and had her tubes tied.
Whoa. My parents used to think married couples who didn't have children were weird. Like they had friends who didn't have children.
Right.
And they could have.
And they always felt sorry for the ones who supposedly couldn't have children.
Yeah, but I think that's a smart move. I mean, I love having my kids. Don't get me wrong. They're terrific and all that stuff. And I
like kids, but, you know, it's just I was always on the road for the first 15 years or so. And this way she could always go with me and we could do stuff. Because let's face it, when you're a comic, she's going to get stuck home taking care of kids, and I'm going to be out running around.
Don't people think you're weird because you never had kids? Like there's something wrong with you? Like,
no, not in L.A.
Yeah? There's no point
LA,
to the marriage?
You know, people think you're weird if you're heterosexual.
Yeah.
That is weird.
People think there's no point to the marriage.
Right. What is it all about?
Yeah, but it didn't lead to children. And I tell you something, usually you can get to couples and pressure them and they finally have kids, but...
And a lot of them are sorry.
I mean, yeah, you're having a great time. I just can't believe
we have a great time. I mean, like I say, you lead a normal life and you make show business money. What's better than that?
Nothing. Nothing better than that.
But if you don't do anything with the money...
Yeah, that's
kind of... Well, you can get the double burger with the extra fries. You don't have to think about it.
Do you go out to good dinners?
Yeah, we go out to eat.
But you don't take Mavis on any trips, or...
Well, you know, it's like, I usually go on trips for work. Like if someone says, hey, you want to go down to Barbados and do a show for the something company? Yeah, okay. So she goes with me.
Oh.
And it's like that.
Yeah, but she's also a do-gooder.
Right, she's worried about the women of Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize this past.
Wow.
So that's okay.
That's good. I mean, you know.
It works out okay.
So what does she do? Make you give a bunch of your money to that?
It doesn't make me. I don't mind.
How much money?
It's her money, too, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, isn't that great? It's her money. Like she earned a penny of it.
Hey, she can have all of it. She's
Oh,
great.
yeah, whatever.
Howard,
What?
just to find one that doesn't drive you batty. How great is that?
Yeah, she seems like a together woman.
No, she's great. We have a great time. You know, I know guys, you have too many cars, you have too many motorcycles. I don't get any of that. You know, if I buy something for myself, I always get her something of equal value, or she can do whatever she wants.
Yeah, but listen, she shouldn't give you any crap. You're earning all the money. Has she ever written a joke for a monologue? No, I don't think so.
Oh, yeah, but she's really good in terms of you know, what's funny, what's not funny. I can bounce stuff off her. It works out okay.
You have an open marriage, or you're pretty well tight with her?
Oh, we're pretty tight.
I think he's got something
You
going.
always say that. There's never been one rumor even.
That's right.
Does it drive you crazy when you have these young starlets on and you know you can bang them? Does it ever get to you?
No.
Be honest.
You know, I couldn't get those girls when I was younger and better looking.
Well,
when
you're
I'm
in
52, I can't imagine going, oh, wow, you're so much more attractive than you were when you were 24.
Trust me, you are more attractive now when you were 24.
That works.
Of course it works. You got a TV show.
You got something to offer.
Those chicks will be going crazy for you.
Yeah, that's it.
You look at Reese Witherspoon, you don't chub up a little bit? When she comes in a sexy outfit and she looks cute. You don't
I
wonder,
like the more ethnic type.
You don't want... Oh, really?
Oh, so J-Lo gets you.
J-Lo.
I'm the more ethnic type.
Halle Berry.
No, but Halle Berry. There you go. That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
You can't do much better than Halle Berry.
You ever have sex with a black woman?
What, you mean since I've been married?
No, before you were married.
Oh, yeah, I went out with a black girl for a long time.
No kidding.
I can't believe he dated Sharon Osbourne.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
No, we were good friends.
You banged Sharon Osbourne. Son of a gun.
No, not true.
She told me.
Yeah, I'm sure she told you how. And if there's one person women confide in, it's Howard.
How do you think I know this?
Well, I think she said we went out.
Yeah, she did.
There you go. That's how you know.
But how did that happen, Jay?
Oh, it's a long story.
The rumor is you were the reason she got colon cancer. You like that kind of sex.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Yeah, you hit it right on the head.
You're a big anal guy.
There you go. That's me.
What is it, Gary?
You know what the other weird thing I think we found out this year? Didn't Jay's wife used to date the unknown comic?
Oh, yeah, we found that out.
Wow.
We found that out?
Murray
I think they went out once or twice, yeah.
The guy with the bag on his head.
Yeah, Murray, yeah.
Murray
I think he's funny.
Yeah.
Murray's a very funny guy.
When you look at the Osbourne TV show and you look at Kelly when she comes on your show, do you imagine her as your daughter?
No, I don't think I've ever done that.
You ever said that could be my daughter?
No.
You could be doing that show, actually.
Never did that one.
So you're still into the same routine? You get together with a bunch of comics at night and write the monologue every night, or?
Yeah, write joke, tell joke, get check. It's real simple.
Yeah, you love saying that. And he does do it.
And it works out okay.
Yeah.
He's lived by that philosophy for years.
Seems to be paying off.
Now, the
It's 11 years now.
I always wonder about, because, Jay used to get very upset with you when you'd come and do the show and do your little tricks.
Right.
And then after, they got a lot
but never upset enough not to have Howard on.
No.
Always had me on.
But, I mean, do you ever regret how upset you get?
Yeah, I mean, you got to admit, as bad as I might have been with the lesbian spanking and everything, people are still talking about that.
No, I don't think I ever really got upset.
Walked off the show.
You don't remember standing? You walked off the show and you went backstage and you got a hold of Gary and you went, everything with Howard, pussy, 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 pussy.
Well, that's probably true.
Yeah. I felt bad when Jay walked off the show and they had to stop taping.
Oh, I know you felt terrible.
I did. I actually felt...
No, we didn't stop tape, Howard.
You left the stage. Where'd you go?
We never stopped tape. I went off for like a minute and a half.
They edited that out.
Again.
You did.
But
you
we never stopped tape.
I don't know. There was something going on that day.
No, we never stopped tape.
I loved it.
It's the Tonight Show with Howard Stern for a few minutes.
That
was fine.
I did get rattled, though, because everyone was so upset with me.
Yeah.
I really did. See, Jay
It
doesn't
does
think...
affect you.
Oh, my God. I was like, gee, I thought he was going to think this was great. And he was so pissed. And I was like, man, I must have really sucked.
No, that was fine. Just good TV.
I was ready to kill myself. I mean,
we have a long history, Howard.
We do. I'm going to go back on one of these shows. I might have something to promote once I make this tape.
Let me know. We're here.
All right. I'm going to do it.
Now, and happy birthday. I got to get to bed. I got a cold. I got to get out in a couple hours.
You're fine. Don't worry about it.
All righty, buddy. Take care.
All right. Hey, listen, that's awfully nice of you to call in for my birthday.
Oh, yeah. We go back a long way, Howard.
Yeah, you're a good man. Thanks,
All righty, buddy.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
That's very nice. Jay Leno always calls in when it's my birthday.
Just wanted to call and say hello.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, it is. He's a good guy.
He's a real good guy. Good guy. What is it, Mike? What's up?
Hey, Howard, happy birthday.
Thank you, brother.
You see, this is a beautiful thing. You see, Jay Leno's a wonderful man. See, you don't want to have kids. You don't want to leave the kids alone or anything else like that. That's a great man.
I think that is great. I think you know, if you don't want to have kids, you should be in touch with it.
That's right. See, a lot of guys go out, they have kids, they have 3 or 4 kids, then they get divorced. They come on the radio and say how beautiful a marriage is, make a movie about it.
You're putting me down.
Yeah, I knew where he was going right.
And then they wind up leaving. And then the poor kids got to be out there alone.
Yeah, my kids are hardly alone, douchebag.
A douchebag?
Yes, douchebag.
I'm thoroughly offended. I am thoroughly offended. This is not right. As king of all spicks, I am telling you this is not right to call me a douchebag.
Well, you are a douchebag because...
Oh, coming from you, I take that as a compliment.
All right, Mike, thank you.
All right. You have a lovely day.
Yes, I'm sure.
Hey, listen to me.
I'm sure you care.
Listen, Howard.
What?
You were talking about buying a car. I want you to buy a car that makes you more manly. An SUV, go for that Hummer H2.
Hummer's not manly.
Oh, dude, the H2 is a beautiful vehicle. You got plenty of headroom, and you won't look like such a homo driving around.
To me, anybody in a Hummer's a homo.
No, a Hummer. You can't be a homo. Listen to what
Why don't I just try a tank?
Yeah, why don't you just go to war? Join the Army.
No, the H2. Listen, Howard, I would never, ever tell you to buy anything bad.
Thank you. Oh, I can't take it. You know, the whole SUV thing, like, that's what I always end up driving. But I always feel like, you know, everyone's like, oh, I have a truck. It's not a truck. It's a station wagon. It really is. What kind of truck is that? A truck's supposed to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, truck is for hauling cargo.
Yeah.
Not your kids.
Although I do like those SUVs.
I love them because you can get everything into them.
There's a thing in the paper about what gas guzzlers they are, and I'm like, you know, and they say that, like, all these celebrities who, you know, are environmentally conscious, sit on the boards of environmental charities and this and that, they all drive SUVs, but they hide the fact.
Right. They all have, the Range Rover.
Range Rover. There's a million of them.
The Escalade now.
I've been looking at the Escalade.
Yeah.
Nice vehicle. So is
the only Cadillac I'd ever really want to try to own, maybe.
It's supposed to be nice.
Yeah.
And the other one is the hell I tell you the other day. The Chevy Tahoe.
Tahoe, yeah.
That's a nice one. Wayne Siegel's got a nice Nissan.
I have the Infiniti.
That's nice, too. They're all nice.
That.
They're all nice.
The QX4?
Yeah. Wayne's got some of those SUVs. Everyone's got SUVs.
Everybody. In fact, Volvo is coming out. They can't stem the tide. They're coming out with an SUV.
Are they?
Yeah.
Volvo? I heard Volkswagen's coming out with one.
No.
Yeah.
How can you make a bug into an SUV?
I don't know. They're talking about it. All right, listen, I got to take a break.
Wait a minute. You can't take a break because there's somebody else who wants to say good morning to you on line 16.
Who is it?
An old friend of yours. A good friend of yours. And he's calling all the way from Japan, so you better hurry up and answer.
I wish it was a girl. Hello?
Howard, it ain't a girl.
Bon Jovi.
But he's pretty enough.
I know. He's pretty enough to be a girl.
Happy birthday, Pally.
Hey. How nice
How are
is this? Are we doing this all morning, or is it...
There might be a few surprises.
Oh, really?
Nothing, you know.
Oh, how
we're
nice.
not going crazy, but some people wanted to acknowledge you.
How you doing, John?
I'm pretty good, man. I'm in Japan.
Look at you in Japan.
What time is it in Japan?
It's 8:30 at night.
Wow.
Wow, he's always in Japan.
Yeah, I know. I come there a lot, don't I?
I have no reason to be in Japan. If I
What is in Japan? Is it a nice place to go?
It's a lot of money there. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. They're, you know what's funny? Believe it or not, there's a satellite that plays your competition live here in Japan.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, the other pop station is on the air. So I listen to New York radio in Japan. We're going to see Gangs in New York in an hour. So, you know, I mean, this is like being in Jersey.
John likes Japan because he's the tallest guy in Japan.
That's right. At 5'8", I'm starting on the basketball.
5'8", John walks around here like Godzilla.
Big.
He's like, look at me. I'm a basketball
That's right.
player.
I went into the shoe store yesterday and asked for size 11 shoes, and they were like, oh. And I go, yeah, you know what that means, man.
John Bon Jovi is Shaq in Japan.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. No, can you imagine me in Japan? I mean,
oh, my goodness.
I'm 6'5".
You would be a spectacle. They would all be crowding around you.
Yeah, it would be
probably
the Godzilla.
Did you hear about the Jets?
Don't tell me. I'm watching a replay of Pittsburgh, Tennessee right now, so I don't want to hear it.
Oh, you haven't even seen any of the games?
No, we're behind here. No, I'm not turning the computer on. I refuse to look at the paper.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, so you're...
I'll tell you what. I'm going to bet the game with you.
Oh, thanks.
I'll bet either one. Jet game, Pittsburgh.
Thanks. I'm watching Pittsburgh, Tennessee for the second time here. That's how bored I am. But that was a great game.
Pittsburgh game is great.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And we saw the Eagles this morning.
You can watch football games twice?
Well, we got a tape right from the station, and now it's on the TV.
Who's we, you and Richie?
The band. You know,
The whole band? See, I liked it. That's like how the Beatles were in the early days.
Travel around together.
Travel around together and do everything together. Just watch tapes, hang out.
There's nothing else to do, man. Trust me.
Really? Why? You're in Japan. I mean, go out and get a rub down or something.
Yeah, go to one of those geisha
No,
houses.
there's no, what do they call it, happy ending.
There's a happy ending in Japan, my brother. And you know what? Your wife ain't going to know what's going on there.
If you're Bon Jovi, there's a happy ending in Sea Caucus.
Right.
You really want one of those girls with the wooden shoes and the socks and the hair piled up and the white makeup?
Yeah, right. You got to think twice.
I'd make Brian, the keyboard player, dress up like that. So what are you doing? You doing a gig there?
Well, we're playing all the big football stadium kind of dome places. So tonight just happens to be a night off.
Good Lord, the money this guy rakes
Oh, I'm
in.
telling you.
Oh, yeah. He got his own private
Anytime
screening
he
room.
feels like it, he can have like $100 million year.
Yeah. That's a beautiful
Yeah,
thing.
wouldn't that be nice? I like that.
That's what they should pay the reps in the NFL.
That's how I have phone sex. I have my wife just say, you know, you can make $100 million this year.
Where is your wife? She with you?
No. Our wives are way too smart than to come on the road anymore.
No, well, that's...
It's about the 25th time I've been here. You know?
Dude, order up a massage.
Okay.
Little Japanese girl with that tight little body. Sure, why not? Nothing wrong with
did
that.
that in Osaka. It was pretty cool.
Hey, what?
Now, I'm telling you, we're going to see Gangs in New York. Have you seen that yet?
No, in fact, you'll be jealous. I got it on DVD.
You got an Oscar tape.
I got an Oscar tape. And I didn't have a chance to watch it because I was busy this weekend with my birthday. Mr. Birthday Celebration.
That's a good thing. I saw a great picture of your girlfriend in that
FHM magazine.
That calendar thing?
Yes.
Wow.
Good-looking girl.
God bless her.
Oh, yeah. I'm having a good time.
God has blessed him.
God has blessed me.
Yes, he has.
He really has.
It's already been done.
I've been blessed. All right, brother.
Don't pray for him anymore.
Good luck in Japan.
You have a great birthday.
And that's really, really nice of you to call in.
All right. We'll see you next month when we get back.
All right, thanks. That's John Bon Jovi. Known him for years, too.
Yeah.
I know everyone.
Wow. You're connected.
I'm connected.
Star-studded first half hour.
Look at me. Look at Mr. Birthday Boy.
What's that?
Can't be Jay Leno and John Bon Jovi.
That's it.
That's it.
Sorry.
Okay.
I thought you'd like that.
All right. Well, whatever.
I'm on a vacation, guy.
I don't really like to go to Hawaii. Got any other questions?
10 minutes. Right joke, tell joke, get a check.
Right joke, tell joke, get a check. Did I say that right?
Yeah, do that. You have a good birthday.
Yeah, what do I need other women for? What do I need Hawaii for? Let me guess who's next. Enough's enough?
I didn't think of it.
That'd be great.
I don't know. We go to Barbados.
When he has work there.
Yeah. On the beach, 10 minutes.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, bored.
He could easily become curly. Leno's like a gene away.
Maybe he's the reincarnation.
All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Hey, it's Ananda Howard wishing you a happy birthday. You rock, man. It's going to be the best year ever.
Hey, this is Andy Dick, and I just wanted to say happy birthday, Howard. I'd start checking your prostate from this point on, maybe on a daily basis. If you want, I'll come in and finger that little prostate for you.
Hi, this is Andy Richter. Happy 49th birthday, Howard.
Hey there, this is actor Christopher Reeve, and I got a lot of time on my hands, so when they asked me if I wanted to do an ID wishing you a happy birthday, I tried to come up with an excuse why I couldn't do a birthday ID, but I couldn't. You see, I'm just not that busy. So, happy birthday, Howard. I don't have a present for you, but if you could do me a favor and f*** my wife, I really would appreciate it. You would really be helping her out, too. Okay, thanks.
Great guy, Christopher Reeve.
Thinks of everyone.
Thank you. Yeah, I might have to F his wife.
You know he's going to be on Smallville.
I do know that. He's going to play like a Stephen Hawking's kind of genius.
Right.
Yeah. That's going to be great, because we'll have the new Superboy with the old Superman. And they wrote the part he was going to play a bench, and everyone thought that was demeaning.
No.
Yeah, honestly, he was going to be a bench at a football game that comes to life.
It was like typecasting.
Yeah. But anyway, good guy, Christopher Reeve. Thank you for the birthday message. All right, here's some funny stuff we put together. This is a new TV show. Maybe you've heard about this.
There's a new reality show where 20 beautiful women vie for the love of a man who's just inherited $50 million.
He's the man of my dreams.
But things are not as they seem.
I feel like Cinderella.
Because this millionaire's got a little secret. He's a Jew.
Ah! He's a what? I can't marry a Jew.
Don't miss Jew Millionaire.
Why me?
Jew Millionaire. Only on Fox.
Dick Clark Productions. Yeah, there it is, Jew Millionaire. That other show, Joe Millionaire's on the air tonight.
Yeah.
You should watch that. That's funny.
Second episode, because they're going to boot 7 girls tonight.
Yeah, they're going to be crying over a guy who makes $19,000. Came out over the weekend. Did you read the papers this weekend?
Yes.
Joe Millionaire is the goof's on us. He's a very successful model.
Yeah, I saw a lot of modeling pictures. And I said, where's the construction of it?
His father's wealtty, I think.
Well, they said his father was...
a banker.
A banker, yeah. And he went to like a $20,000 a year military school.
Yeah.
But that school should be closed because he's as stupid as a rock.
He's not really a construction worker.
Yeah, but he's dumb.
He's dumb, though.
He is dumb.
Yeah, that's good.
They got a couple of girls who dated him. There was no conversationalist.
Kid Chris sent this over to me. This is funny. This is from actual Fox News.
It's not a body. Hello, everybody. I'm Paige Hopkins. An object investigators thought could be the body of Lacey Peterson turns out to be an anchor. Divers pulled it out of the Berkeley Marina today. The 27-year-old pregnant woman.
Wow.
Wait. That's embarrassing. She was actually performing oral on Bill O'Reilly and gagged. Pregnant. Did you love that?
Yeah, it's really incredible. What happened to her? Did they have to take her away and replace her?
Oh, she died with that Bee Gee guy who died. One of the Bee Gees died.
I know. And I feel so bad. I've been depressed all morning.
That's why Fred played that Bee Gee montage thing from when they were on the show.
Maurice.
Maurice, he was called the Quiet Bee Gee. You had Robin Gibb, who was his twin brother.
Right.
Right.
Which must be really killing him, because twins hate to lose each other.
Yeah, well, there was a little story in the paper that Maurice Gibb was admitted into the hospital last week. Didn't seem life-threatening.
Right. In fact, one of the headlines I heard somebody say was they were almost a duet, but they got him to the hospital in time.
Yeah.
And then when I woke up this morning, he was dead.
Yeah, well, they say that as he was dying, his twin brother, rushed from England, wherever he was in Miami or whatever, and got there 3 hours before he died.
Wow.
Yeah, his twin brother. So the Bee Gees, you know, I'm not a big fan of the disco Bee Gees, but...
The other Bee Gees.
Other Bee Gees, early Bee Gees? Yeah. I thought they were pretty cool. So, and they're nice guys. They always help me out. When we did our pay-per-view special, they came on and sang a penis song about...
You'll never know in this life. I hope you'll never know what it's like to lose your penis, to lose your penis, the way I lost mine.
Hi, I'm Morris.
I'm Barry.
And I'm the other Bee Gee, Robin. We are brothers and we share a lot.
Our love of music.
Our love of people. And most of all, we share a single experience.
We all live with our penises.
John Bobbitt almost lost his penis, but advanced medical procedures saved it.
But it's not over. Medical costs are staggering.
So please help.
Don't ever piss off your wife. Fellas, don't ever piss off your wife. You lose your penis. You lose your penis the way I lost mine.
Yeah, very sad.
Yeah, when you hear that, it is sad.
Yeah, it is sad. They were good guys. Well, the other two.
The two living ones are still good guys.
We think. You never know. You can become very, very bitter. Let me take a couple of phone calls, and then I'll go through everything with you. Robert, you're on the air.
Okay.
Go ahead, Robert. You're on the air.
This is me, Robert. How you doing?
I know it's you, Robert. This is Howard. You're on the air.
And I'm calling you all the way from L.A., and I'm high.
You're high. Okay, good. All right. Thank you.
Okay, anyways, let me tell you.
Oh.
I think you're kind of like gay because, anyways, all of a sudden you get good with celebrities when your daughter all of a sudden joins drama.
What?
I'm saying all of a sudden you get nice with all the celebrities when your daughter joins the drama club.
I get nice with celebrities when my daughter joins the drama club?
Yes. And all of a sudden you start hanging out with Heather Locklear and everybody.
I don't hang out with Heather Locklear, douche.
Well, maybe not anymore, because, you know.
I've met her a couple of times. She's been on the show, and...
Yeah, she realized you were, like, kind of a dork.
And she wanted to go to Scores, and I took her. Who wouldn't go to Scores with Heather Locklear if you had a chance?
Well, sorry.
Who's gay now?
Sorry, I didn't mean that from...
Yeah, because you wouldn't do that.
Oh, yeah, yes, I would.
Oh, well, then I guess you're gay, too, just like me.
Okay, I'm not... Hey, John, that's how smart you are. Sorry.
Smart I am. I don't have to be smart to argue with you.
It's not hard to outwit you.
Yeah, you changed it.
Get out of here.
And my daughter's in the drama club, so I'm nice to celebrities.
Maybe she was in the drama club. Maybe she was.
Dude, I can't be involved with this. You know what? I realize as I get older, little time left, and I can't waste a precious second talking to a guy who's wasted.
When your daughter just, so-called wants to be an actress. Come on.
What is he talking about? This is what happens when you do drugs.
He's still carrying that same argument.
Okay, sorry.
Who's the other celebrities he's hanging out with?
Whatever. Sorry, girl.
And how's that going to help my daughter?
How is it going to help your daughter? Oh, come on. Anyway.
I'd rather help me than my daughter. How's it going to help me, number one, and then how's it going to help my daughter?
Because you're like one of the biggest celebrities. Come on.
Okay. I got to go. Thank you. I don't know what he means. I hope his father has money, because he's an idiot. There's no way that guy could have a job.
The next Joe Millionaire.
There's just no way.
I'm calling from L.A., and I'm high. Okay?
He's creepy.
Thank you.
Hey, John, you're on the air.
Yeah, let's know. You reading me loud and clear? I need a yes or no, Howard. Hey, I want to talk to Mary Del Bate if I could. And you fat meatball Artie, you're next. Look, you son of a bitch, Gary. I laid $1,000 down on the Jets, and your ass and Artie do nothing but jinx me, you two pricks.
Hey, I told you the Jets were going to lose.
Yeah, well, look, Howard. Oh, Mary Del Bate doesn't get laid. He doesn't know anything about sports. Why do you have that jerk off around? And you're no walk in the park either, you fat meatball. You reading me, Artie Lang? Speak up, son.
Do you need a yes or no?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, man. I don't know. It's too early in the morning.
Why is he upset with them?
Jesus.
I don't know. And do you care?
I didn't even know why. I mean, what did they do to him?
He says they caused the Jets to lose somehow.
I didn't bet it.
I think. Somehow Gary caused the Jets to lose. I'm into, like, good phone calls that make sense. Am I asking too much for complete sentences?
Calling me a fat Dago isn't helping, sir.
I don't mind him even calling you fat, but have a point. What's the point? Why are you fat?
Well, why has that got anything to do with him screaming at
I mean, like, why is he mad at you?
I don't know.
I never get these calls. The other guy's high as a kite.
Your girlfriend's drama?
Your daughter is drama club, and I'm high.
That's why you hang out with Heather Locklear.
That's why you're gay.
Maybe he means that, like, I'll get my daughter acting work because, like, I would ever do that.
Yeah, but he's too high to actually put that together in a sentence.
I guess.
To get your daughter acting work, the first celebrity you'd call is Heather Locklear.
Yeah, because she's so friggin' busy.
Yeah.
Heather's been happy to keep herself.
Yeah, because Heather's so giving, she wants to help my daughter out.
Your daughter could probably help her.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Try and get my kids work. I think that's what he meant.
I think so, but you were hanging out with Heather Locklear. That was the proof.
I was hanging out with Heather Lockley for a whole different reason. Nothing to do with kids.
Yeah.
I was hoping to plant my hands on her 2 boobs.
She's one of the most powerful people in show business. She's employing everybody.
Right. Well, maybe Heather can get my daughter into the drama club. The good drama club. Yeah, there's a top drama club. Hey, so it was my birthday this weekend. Big birthday celebration. Friday night, Beth took me to dinner and a play.
Now, what play did you see?
Tuesdays with Maury.
And that was good?
I liked it.
Oh, good.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. 2 guys get up there. I like that book.
Mm-hmm.
You know, makes you think. It's a very, very moving book.
What did it make you think of?
What?
You said it makes you think.
Well, it makes you think. It made me think of like my own father, and you know how we don't really talk like the way Maury and you know Mitch talk, and all of that, and it also makes you evaluate that you're not that close to a lot of people in your life, and you know that can be a good thing. We don't have to all be such hard asses, you know, all that kind of stuff. You know, brings up a lot of issues.
All right.
You know, you dig what I'm saying?
I'm not sure.
It brings up issues for me. Like, the whole point of the show is that if we all have a few people in our lives that we can really talk to and really be close with, that's the purpose of life.
I see.
That, you know, you can be busy with your job and this and that, but when it's all said and done, you know, that really doesn't mean anything. You know, that's what they're saying in the show.
I see.
And then they're also saying if you can love a few people in your life, really love, that you'd forgive a lot of crap that goes on.
Oh, this sounds like your goals in therapy.
Yeah, like therapy and stuff. So it made me think of my therapist, made me think of, you know, I don't know.
Wow.
You must remember this. To love the one you will. Robin. All right. So that was that. We went. Thank you. We went to see that.
Okay.
Wow, very thought-provoking
Who's in
play.
that? I know some...
Don't know the name of the 2 dudes. Right. They were very good in it.
Good. Okay.
And the Mitch dude who wrote the book Tuesdays with Maury is a radio guy.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I see
sports or something, right?
Not sports. Like he has like a talk show. He used to be a sports writer.
That's what I thought. I thought he was in sports.
But I saw him on like CNBC or something one time. They show his radio show on TV.
Oh, I see.
And he's like a talk show guy.
Okay.
You know, like interviews and light stuff like that out of Detroit. Mm-hmm. So I didn't even know that. So I kind of related in that sense. But then Saturday, what did I do Saturday? Well, Robin invited a few people to dinner, and I had a dinner birthday party.
Yes.
At a restaurant. Good restaurant.
Union Pacific.
Did you get my message thanking you?
Yes, I did. Thank you very much. I was very happy to do that. I'm glad you had a good time.
You never pick up your phone, do you?
No, I was sleeping, actually. I was taking a little nappy when you...
Power nap.
Yeah. I was wiped out by your party.
Were you? Was it too much?
I was exhausted.
Did you drink? I couldn't...
I drank a few cocktails and a little wine.
Yeah. You must have been looped.
I was, so I was sleeping most of yesterday.
One point I took a picture.
For the game.
One point I took a picture of Robin and her boyfriend. I was so looped I didn't realize he had a knife to her throat. It was the funniest. It's the funniest picture I took.
That's great.
Robin Stino smiling, lovely picture.
I said that was a very smooth move because I didn't even see him go for a knife.
You didn't even know there was a knife to your throat.
Yeah, a little too smooth, wouldn't you think?
Maybe he's been practicing.
I toasted Robin. I said, thank you for ending your no-party edict. And then there was Stuttering John, who is supposed to lose 20 pounds in a month, and he can win $25,000.
Yes.
But he was drinking those beers like a fish.
As soon as he got there, he started ordering beers, and he said, this is the only night I can drink, so I have to have as much as I can.
Because he really wants to win the 20.
Right, so he wants to drink for 5 nights in one night.
Dude, for 25 G's, you can't stop drinking?
You know, I didn't drink Friday night, so I thought I could drink Saturday night.
Have you put on weight?
I didn't put on, but I really shouldn't be drinking.
Yeah.
Which is really going to be hard.
And you shave your head for what reason?
Because when I train, I don't like to have long hair. It gets into weights and sweat. You know, I'm not into that.
Yeah, John showed up, looked like a completely different person.
Yeah, it was weird because he was standing outside having a cigarette. I didn't even know you smoked.
I only smoke when I drink.
Oh. He was standing outside the restaurant having a cigarette.
Which he bummed off the waiter.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
that's nice.
Yeah, as soon as he gets there, he needs a drink and he needs cigarettes, but he doesn't have anything.
Well, no, I asked him if they sold cigarettes. Some of these restaurants sell cigarettes.
Yeah.
And he said, no, but, I'll get you one. And I said, you don't got to do that. He goes, no, it's no problem.
You don't got to do that, you said?
That's what he said.
That's nice.
You don't got to do that.
You don't got to do that.
But, he really is. He comes in asking for stuff as soon as he gets
get the hell out of here. You know what? Mr. X is standing by the bar, so I said, get me a beer. Because he was ordering. Yeah. And Mr. X, I had.
Oh, I heard about this. I didn't know this was going on. Did you know about this?
I saw it after the fact. I didn't see it when it happened.
I didn't know anything till the next day. This was really controversial. We're at dinner. And John announces to the table that he farted.
No, I didn't.
Well, actually,
that's ridiculous.
Susanna started to wilt.
No announcement was necessary.
I would never do that. What happened was everyone was done with dinner. We were all just sitting around. I had an accident.
It was between courses. Nobody was done with anything.
It was before dessert. We were all sitting around. So I farted by accident.
Right.
So Susanna, thanks to my wife, goes, "Oh, John, you're gross." So she nobody would have ever known.
Right.
So,
except the people who smelled
it.
So
Mr. X comes over to me and pours a glass of water on my lap.
That's not cool. And I was a little shocked by that. I mean, he had to sit there with he was soaking wet.
He was soaked. I saw the spots, and he thought that was very rude of John. This is why he doesn't go out much. He really has a problem with people.
But isn't it rude to dump water?
That's what he was doing. He says, you're going to be rude, then this is rude, too.
Oh,
that's his.
God.
He likes to teach people.
So then, we'll go ahead and, elaborate about
what happened next. I don't know. You see, I was oblivious.
Yeah, you were partying, and they were literally...
Well, I just found out tons more about Mr. X, that when he's out with Robin, he's always, doing this kind of thing.
No, he's not. He does it, period.
Is that why there's no party eating? You can't take him around?
Apparently, she was at a jazz show, and Mr. X came. He actually walked up to a table and told these people to shut up.
He'll join the next table and tell them to be quiet. He does.
Well, I understand that.
You don't understand the way he does it.
No.
He does it just like dumping the water in John's
Oh, he yells?
lap. Oh, yeah, he intimidates. Yeah.
Can we tell him about the other thing?
Who are you with?
Can we tell him about the other thing?
What other thing?
About he's still mad he didn't...
Oh, God. Years ago, we were at a brunch somewhere, and a guy joined us at the table. A fan. But he was drunk, and he was kind of obnoxious, and he just moved right in and joined us at the table.
Okay.
And Mr. X, still says to me, to this day, he says, you didn't let me kill that guy.
Yeah, he should have killed him. And he had the knife to your throat.
Why didn't you let me kill that guy?
See, according to Robin, X loves to fight.
Oh, he does. He gets into fights all the time.
He loves to fist fight.
He loves to fight. He loves to...
he wanted me to punch him.
Take people down.
Really?
That would have been great if Mr. X
so when
kicked John's ass.
John got upset. He says, you're really angry? He said, you want to fight?
Yeah, he was all ready to fight. It's like, and I'm like, we're at a nice dinner. We're fighting in the
saying, oh, my God, if John raises his voice, there will be a fight.
Yeah. So you were soaking wet the entire night.
I was soaking wet, but I didn't want to make a scene. I didn't want to make a scene at your party, and I just said, Mr. X, I'll make up. I'll. Did
you say anything to him, Robin? Or you can't even?
What are you going to say? I said to him, you really did this. And he was like, yeah.
Why? You know what? He ruined my surprise party, and then he dumps water on me. The guy, I guess, has it in for me in some way. I think he's jealous because of that whole conversation where how I kissed Robin.
That did upset him.
Yeah, I think he wasn't into that.
Wow, you got to keep your eye on him.
I do.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, my goodness. I was telling John, there was one day he went out and he was standing in line at a fast food place, and some guy was being obnoxious, and he was with 6 of his friends, and Mr. X was alone. And he got into it with this guy, and the 6 other guys jumped into it. He could have gotten killed.
Well, he's got an anger problem.
He wanted to make his point.
You think you could take Mr. X?
I would not back down from it, but he's probably, you know...
Two crazy men.
But, I mean, I wouldn't do it there, and I wasn't...
Right.
And I liked the guy. I didn't want to look... I wasn't looking for a fight.
find him very delightful.
Yeah, I mean, that's what... That was the conflict
behavior.
He's funny.
He's funny, but if he dumps water in your lap, you got to do something about it.
Yeah, so what should I have done?
Well...
I told John if I had seen it, I would have stopped him, but I didn't even see that happen. John was already wet by the time
I was soaking.
I realized what had gone on.
Am I glad I didn't fart? I was sitting right near the guy.
I've been out to dinner with you. I've been out to dinner with you so many times. I never. It was an accident.
Accident. You said that you just felt uncomfortable. I said, John, you could have gotten up and left the table.
I mean, that's a good point, but still, for him to throw water on you is very severe. That's a very angry guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's severe.
Well, you know what? He was mad at me. According to him, he was mad at me that I asked when him and Robin went to Bermuda. I said, you know, who's paying? I said, so, you know, and he was mad that I questioned that he would not pay for his girlfriend.
Well, that I could see.
But we were goofing around.
Yeah, well, sometimes it doesn't work.
He's taking this seriously.
You know, I burped and he hit me with a creme brulee.
J.D., you're on the air.
Hey, listen, Howard, you know, every day I listen to you guys. You talk about John, and, you know, I get having him on the show. I mean, he's a clown. He's fun to have on there. He's fun to make fun of. But listen, really, when you guys go out on a personal basis, you got to leave this guy at home.
Oh, give me a break.
He's an idiot.
Dude, I've never done anything.
I have a lot of fun with John.
Yeah, whatever.
John, you remind me of a guy that I hung out with when we were 16. He acted just like you did. The whippets. The beer, the farting. I mean, John,
give me his number. Sounds like a guy I want to hang out with.
You know what? I ought to give him. And he freaking even stutters like you. Give me another whippet.
Mike, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Mike?
Yes.
You want to weigh in? Go ahead.
How you doing?
Hey.
Get that list of that last caller off the air. John, next time Mr. X does that to you, you go out to dinner, get up, fart in his face, and punch him right in the head.
Wow.
That porch monkey. Get him out of there.
Come on. That's not right.
Hey, you know, Howard, there was a real chance if I would have reacted the way I would react if it was anybody else in the world.
Right.
I would have got up and said, you know, I would have went nuts, but I just kept it cool.
I mean, Mr. X.
Yeah, he would have went nuts too. So, but yeah,
no, but he was over. He says, "Come on, let's go fight."
Yeah, he was all set to like.
First of all, that would have been.
It would have been a nightmare.
It would have been a nightmare.
That would have been great. You know, Howard, I challenged him to a boxing match, but I don't know if he could wear a mask in the ring.
Well, I don't know. I was really shocked. Larry, go ahead.
Hello.
I didn't even know this was going on.
I didn't. When did he throw? I did not.
He just came over and like, you know, he first kidded around and pretended he was going to do it. I said, you know, we laughed. And then he just went over and just threw it right on my lap. And emptied the whole glass on my lap.
Wow.
And then I
said,
was
soaking wet.
I said, you don't stand something. You know, I want to get up and punch for doing that. You know, and then he was like, go ahead, come on, let's go. You know, he was like,
wow.
And this is a guy I thought who was like a friend. I never thought he would.
He's still your friend. He just wants to beat you up.
Which is what a lot of people feel about.
He had a knife to Robin's throat. I mean, I'm taking a picture. There's a knife at Robin's throat. Oh my God. I still have the picture.
Hey, look out.
Larry, go ahead.
Hey, good morning, Howard. Happy birthday, my man.
Hey, thank you.
You're pushing 50 now, huh? 49?
Oh, no, I'm just 49. I'm a teenager.
He's just 49.
All right, that'll be the long year. Listen, I'm just saying, you let this guy, what's his name? Mr. X, Tony now, I guess we know him as. You let him into your inner circle, and the reason why you got millions of people listening because you're a fun bunch of people.
Right.
Then this guy turns it into a violent... But that's what happens when you mingle with spooks, Howard. You know that.
Oh, come on.
What do you mean, come on? And then you got a Rican at the table, too, so right off the bat, you got a race war.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
It's true.
And I hope that ain't no guinea laughing in the back. That's twice as bad. While everyone else is, fighting at the table, this guy's stealing extra rolls and putting in his pocket. You know what?
Thank you.
I loved Artie's outfit for the night, too. That was great.
What was Artie wearing? I didn't even know.
Artie has this Tony Soprano thing, like he wears the...
You mean a cool thing?
He wears the black... You know, the black sweater. He has the black, slacks.
Yeah.
With those big black shoes.
Well,
and then he has the crucifix, hanging from,
That was interesting. The crucifix outside the shirt.
Yeah, that's Artie's, big jewelry piece, the big crucifix. He's almost Jesus that crosses so big.
I'm sorry for being religious.
As he's drinking his 15th Jack of water.
Yeah. Sorry for praising the Savior.
Are you religious, Artie?
No, I mean, you know.
What's the cross?
Certainly not sacrilegious.
So the dinner was me and Beth, John and Susanna, Robin and Mr. X, Dominic and his wife, Leslie,
Vinny the Chins,
Linda of Booger and Linda. Booger is now a reporter for Entertainment Tonight, so
And
he was
he gets called out at a moment's notice.
He had to fly to California to cover a story. You know what the story was? He had to watch Nikki and Paris Hilton shoot a magazine.
I couldn't believe it when I heard what the assignment was.
It's like, oh, my God. I mean,
you had to leave home for that?
Yeah, I mean, how dumb is that job?
Have you seen Booker on E.T. doing it?
Yeah.
He's giggling and laughing and like, who is it?
He'd be laughing, too, if he got paid for that.
But I got to see what he makes out of this shoot he went on this weekend. I got to watch tonight.
He was with the Hilton sisters.
I said, this is news?
So Linda came out with us, and then Ross and Melissa, Ross Zapin, and Artie and Dana.
And Ralph.
Ralph, yeah.
Ralph with the lighted ice cubes.
Yeah, he had the lighted ice cubes.
Yeah. But I had a lot of fun. I had a good time. It was very nice.
A great time.
Very, very nice. Very good dinner. What was the joint that we were eating?
Union Pacific.
Union Pacific.
Great food.
Great food. Big surprise. Never been there.
I'm glad I could treat you to something you hadn't experienced.
It was great.
That appetizer was amazing. The one with the prosciutto on, like, the Italian bread.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
I had Dana's and Beth's.
Yeah. He did. He goes, it was duck with, like, those are truffles.
Oh, truffles, right.
And, like the prosciutto.
Yeah, everything's
prosciutto underneath there, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And, anyone who didn't finish this, Artie quickly grabbed.
Yeah, he was collecting them.
Broads don't eat bread. There's not one broad I know that eats bread anymore, so I just take their bread.
Right. You can get all the bread you want. Just follow broads around.
I stole Linda's roll, and Dana got all upset with me, and she was on the phone. I'm like, is she not going to eat it?
Doesn't Dana know who she's with?
Yes,
apparently not.
Tony Soprano.
Linda doesn't need to eat bread. She should keep that figure.
So I'm helping her out.
You're helping her out.
She looked great. Your body looked great. Linda looked good.
Linda always looks good.
Yeah, she's pretty.
She's better looking than J-Lo.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think. And better body, for sure.
I think J-Lo's probably face a little better.
You think?
Yeah, but then I think Linda beats J-Lo in the body area.
No.
Well, they both got something out of the deal.
They're both doing just fine. JC, you're on the air.
Howard, this stuttering spick, you've got to leave him home. Every time you take him out, every time, whether it be the Ritz-Carlton, wherever, the guy embarrasses the hell out of you. I'm telling you, he acts like he's 12 years old. I would like to beat the friggin' stick out of him.
All right, thank you.
That would be impossible.
Mike, you're on the air.
That guy's a dick. John's a pisser, man.
Right.
Hey, Howard, who picked up the tab, and was it an awkward moment?
Well, I was fully prepared. Robin arranged this dinner, and, we had to do the whole thing. I said to Beth beforehand, I said, I'm certainly going to get the tab. And
so I had arranged for everything ahead of time.
But guess who swept in and saved the day?
Dominic.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'll take the tab. Don't worry, it's covered.
He loves you. I mean, it's amazing how much he loves you, even at the table. Like,
he loves me because I'm on the radio. Dominic. He doesn't have a friend in the world, but me he likes. Like I'm Mr. Wonderful.
Well, apparently now he's admitting that he has no friends. I have no friends. I have no friends.
Yeah.
Who's got more money, you or Dominic, Howard?
Me, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's not even close.
Well, not since my divorce, though. See, Dominic, I think, spends every penny he makes.
You think?
Do you think he's worth like $10 million?
Dominic, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think he could be if he saved some money.
He was announcing that he's getting a bigger boat and all this stuff. And
yeah.
Well, he was offering to pay, the whole team, he was offering to pay for a whole vacation for everybody.
I know. Before my divorce, I had more money than Dominic. Now I'd say he has more than me.
But he got divorced.
Yeah, but he has prenups. He's a lawyer.
Oh.
Yeah, I got killed. I just really did.
At one point, Dominic offered to do prenups for every guy at the time.
Yeah, by the way, though, I do have to make one observation about you.
Thank you.
You are constantly talking about marriage for somebody who's not in it. Anyway.
Not about my marriage. I talked about Ross and Melissa, who want to have kids. And I toasted Artie and Dana. Artie's very close to proposing.
No.
I was just trying to get the romance going.
You are a maniac.
Even Robin and Mr. X, I proposed marriage for.
Come on, Howard, you're buying a ring for Valentine's Day, aren't you?
No, I'm gonna. Robin thinks I'm going to get married again. I can assure you I'm not.
We always say that you can only, carry on about the things that are in your head, and nobody else is. All of a sudden, it's a person screaming
you're not wrong.
And toasting.
Marriage is definitely on my mind, but not in the way you think. I laugh at it.
The question is, does Beth want to get married?
Beth says no, but everyone goes, oh, of course she wants to get married. She says no. I said, listen, we talk about this almost every day.
Well, why would you be talking about it?
Because I want to make sure.
Crazy.
I want to make sure that if Beth wants to be married, she understands I don't.
This is crazy. I've never. This is outrageous.
Yes, it's outrageous. It's outrageous. My life is outrageous.
So I asked you at one point, who do you think out of the people there will be the ones to get married next?
And what did I say?
I think you said...
Because I was so drunk, I don't remember.
I think you said, Ross and Melissa.
That's exactly what I would say now.
Yeah, I think it would be close between them and Artie and Dana.
Yeah, well, calm down over there.
I say Artie and Dana are not going to get married.
Really?
Oh, really?
Not
going to get married.
That's not going to last?
I don't think Dominic and Leslie are going to last. And I think that Ross and Melissa will get married. That's my prediction.
Jesus.
Oh, my goodness. You're terrible.
And I think, yes, you will be with Mr. X forever.
Hey, John,
Mr. X will kill
If I was you, I'd be afraid to leave.
Hey, John, are you going to fart the next time you guys go out to dinner?
It was so funny. Here's what happened.
I bet you're never going to fart at dinner again. I'll tell you what, he cured you of that.
That's what Mr. X is. He says, I bet you'll never do that.
It was so funny. I farted, and then, one by one, you're supposed to go, oh! And then the person next to you went down the place.
Right.
I mean, look, Mr. X had a little bit of a point. It was a little drastic what he did, but...
I was surprised when I heard about it the next day.
I couldn't believe how big I thought he had spilled, maybe thrown a little bit of water on John.
No, it was my whole crotch.
It was my shirt. His lap was full of water.
Well, at one point, I saw Mr. X sitting at another table.
Yeah.
Away from the action.
Is he a big black?
He looks like a powerful guy.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mess with him.
See, he probably knows how to fight. So that's the only thing.
Well, you know how to fight, too.
Yeah, it would be one of those.
If you're going to fight him, let's do it on pay-per-view. Make some money.
He's no cabbie, right?
I mean, I think that'd be a good fight, you and Mr. X.
I think in a boxing match, I would beat him.
You do?
Yeah.
Street fight.
In a street fight,
Why don't we do ultimate fighting between you two?
That's what he would like, a real brawl.
Because I don't think he has the win to last him.
I'll call it X versus Y.
No idea.
Because you're Y. Why are you on their show?
That's where that would come.
Yeah.
And, John, when you knock him out, you fart on his face.
Right.
There you go.
That's what you want to do. You want to fart on his face, John.
Yes. Dominic Barber, you're on the air.
How could you say that we're not going to last?
No, you won't. You're a 3-time serial marriage guy.
But how long do his marriages last?
Howard,
I mean, he has good long marriages, right?
Yeah, but I think that Leslie at some point will not put up with him.
If you leave Beth, he'll leave Leslie.
Hold on 1 minute. Hold on.
Howard.
Hi.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
We had a lot of fun. It was a great party.
Great to see you.
Do you think your marriage will last? How long can you put up with Dominic is my question.
Well, it depends.
First of all, I took pictures of Leslie. She's gorgeous.
Yeah,
gorgeous woman. Way too hot for Dominic. And I think you will at some point not put up with him.
It depends if I'm medicated.
Right.
Have you started your
I don't think that's a joke.
I'm tranquilizer, so
Right, there you go. As long as you're tranquilized, you'll be fine.
Oh, he's tranquilized.
Okay, I ask her a question?
Yeah.
Leslie, when Dominic's naked, are you turned on by it?
I love him.
Yeah, but
the sex organ is the brain for the woman.
Do you look past all the blubber?
Yeah, what is it like?
No, I love him, and for most women, it's the brain that's the sex organ.
Yeah, but come on.
Yeah.
Dominic's so heavy, he can't mount you.
Oh.
Did he look like he gained some weight?
I think he's about the same.
I thought he was a little heavier.
Really? I don't think so.
He goes up and down.
He goes up and down.
He can do swings of 60, 70 pounds.
No, I'm very happy.
You are?
I am. And you and Beth look great together.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Thank you, Leslie.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Well, there you go. That's Leslie Barber.
So they're going to last?
Well, it looks that way. What do I know?
I can see Howard's point, because Dahmer doesn't have a good history of being married.
But he's the one who leaves.
Right. He leaves, but the women are very, very frustrated. All right, listen, we got to take a break, and we're going to be back right after these words.
Hi, this is Chuck Norris, and I want to wish Howard a happy 49th birthday.
What's up, Howard? It's Colin Hanks here, man. I just want to wish you a happy 49th birthday, you old bastard.
Wow, this is David Wells, and I want to wish Howard Stern a happy 49th. I can't believe he made it that far.
This is Justin Timberlake, formerly of NSYNC, and I would like to wish Howard Stern a very happy birthday. And by the way, Howard, I'm no queer. I am all man. And maybe one day I can come by the studio and maybe let you smell a glove I was wearing while I was f***ing Britney Spears. Well, that would prove something, wouldn't it? I mean, it would, wouldn't it? Hey, Howard, this is...
It's not a body. Hello, everybody. I'm Paige Hopkins. An object investigators thought could be the body of Laci Peterson turns out to be an anchor. Divers pulled it out of the Berkeley Marina today. The 27-year-old pregnant woman
Maybe it was a pubic hair from Bill O'Reilly caught in her throat. Yeah. Take a little commercial break.
The way she says pregnant woman is great.
Pregnant woman.
Fox's Joe Millionaire's on TV tonight, and turns out they have a brand new program.
What?
There's a new reality show where 20 beautiful women vie for the love of a man who's just inherited $50 million.
He's the man of my dreams.
But things are not as they seem.
I feel like Cinderella.
Because this millionaire's got a little secret. He's a Jew.
Ah! He's a what? I can't marry a Jew.
Don't miss Jew Millionaire.
Why me?
Jew Millionaire. Only on Fox.
See? The twist is he's a Jew. Jew Millionaire. Joe Millionaire tonight. And what else is on TV? Real quick, I'll give you the rundown.
Monday night. What comes on?
American Music Awards.
Oh, that's right. With the Osbournes as hosts.
The Osbournes will be hosting. And Fear Factor tonight. Joe Millionaire, and that's pretty much it. Those are the highlights. Or whatever. Couple of things, too. While we were in commercial, Gary said, how come I'm not invited to your birthday dinner? See, we knew it was going to be like that.
Yeah, it always gets that way.
Yeah. Robin was going to take me out to dinner, then invited a few people, and I always go to dinner with John, so I figured to invite John.
Everybody on the show but me.
No,
Fred wasn't there. Artie came, yeah. Artie's fun. You know what? And also, I think everyone kind of felt like you wouldn't be able to go anyway because you would never go to anything.
Short notice.
Yeah, but Wednesday wasn't short notice.
I don't think we decided on Wednesday.
No, John got asked on Wednesday.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. I checked.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
You know what? Beth even said, what about Gary? I said, well, listen. I said, first of all, Robin's paying for this thing.
Well, I wanted to make it larger. Howard didn't want it to get too large. And then we had trouble, even in the short time we had, finding a place that could accommodate the group that we did have together. And I wound up having to cut to...
I would have loved a large party, but I didn't. You were paying for it. I didn't want you...
So what?
Oh, come on. Stop it. I'm not going to... I mean, it was expensive. And it was like, well, I said, okay. And Robin said, well, then you got to get 2 tables. I said, 1 table, and that's it.
It's okay. It's not insulting at all that you feel Linda Lopez is more important than me, Robin.
My goodness.
It's not Linda Lopez.
Oh, dear.
It's people I hang out with.
Right. They're his, personal friends. I wanted him to have, the people around him he spends a lot of time with.
I spend a lot of time with Booker and Linda, John and Susanna.
And Ross and Melissa.
Yeah. And And Artie and Dana are just fun, so.
No, I just noticed that. There were.
Yeah, and then it's, you know, we could only get so many people.
No, I got you. I just noticed there were a couple of events in the last couple of months that I just have not.
Yeah, but you never go. The stuff we invite you to, you don't go to.
But you know what? You guys are always like John lives in the city and has Nanny Central going on.
Right.
You guys always like on Saturday morning you want to go on Saturday night, but then there's things that you do where it is more notice and you just never think of me.
Well, because you're not part of the crowd.
Yeah.
You're busy in the burbs.
I could be.
Dude, you never go anywhere. Yeah, Fred, you don't even, Fred I would invite, but
you know what?
Fred's always in with the baby.
We come to some stuff.
No, you have been invited to stuff that you didn't come to.
Like what? Besides your parties.
I don't even remember, but I know I've invited you to 3 or 4 things and you're never available.
Well, that's not true. I mean, usually it's like the last second, but, listen.
I really like you. I like you to come to stuff. And even Beth said to me, what about Gary and Mary?
Your name was mentioned a couple of times.
Oh, okay,
but
so I was on the short list of waiting.
I said I got 14 people.
At that point, it was either this group or 2 tables.
Right. And I would have felt very funny with 2 tables with Robin Payne.
Put it what table?
I would have felt funny. I don't know.
My only concern was I didn't want people to think they were at the bad table.
I'd have been happy to be I'd have been happy to be at the kids' table.
I always end up at the table no one wants to be at, and that would have been depressing on my birthday. Everyone had to sit with me. Hey, I knew it would be weird. I wasn't even going to talk about it on the air, but I just figured it was too much fun that John had water thrown in his lap by Mr. X.
I know Gary gets bummed by this because there was another thing that you were bummed about. That you hadn't been invited to. I forget what it was.
Oh, I know what it was.
What?
We don't have to go into
What was that? Come on.
I think you had a bunch of people out at your house last summer.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
I know not to invite you.
But you don't. No, because here's the deal.
I'm going to invite you now.
Can I just say something?
Yeah.
You invited me out to your house, I think, twice before.
Yeah,
I think
and
Laura
you said no.
called me on Friday afternoon.
Yeah, that's how it works.
For Saturday. But no, this time you invited people like a couple weeks before.
Oh, really?
Which I would have been into going.
Well, I just kind of like once you know.
That's not true, guy. Usually the calls come like 2 days before. Or
yeah, I mean, and I'd have you out any time, but then it's always you with the kids and the.
No, but if I had like 4 days notice, I would not.
Yeah, well, sometimes I don't have 4 days notice.
Yeah, sometimes you do.
Not really.
So Gary should be on the 4 days.
But you know what it is? After you get turned down once or twice, you kind of feel like, well, hey, the guy's not that into it.
But I am. It's not that I'm not that into it. It's just that it's hard with the kids, to get rid of them. But I would if I had a couple of minutes notice.
Once you get divorced, we're gonna be hanging out tons. As soon as that happens.
But you know what's gonna happen? It's gonna suck because then you're gonna get married and we'll have nothing in common.
Do what you want. They get remarried.
I can't keep up with you.
I saw Mary and Gary's kids yesterday. They were all there to watch Gary play hockey.
Oh yeah.
Did you go?
Yeah, I went. I was so looking forward to see Gary fall, and he didn't fall once.
Right.
Gary's been becoming a good skater.
Doug and I were saying that we wanted John to have a camera so we could listen to his mockumentary.
At one point, you were on the ice. I didn't know what you were doing. You're going around in circles. I said to Mary, what the hell is he doing?
No, you know what happened? One of the guys, I'm not that that good at hockey. One of the guys has this cool move, Howard. Yeah. In fact, it's Brett Lindros. He's a really good player. I don't really know him that well, but he came up to me and he goes, you know what? I'm sick of you, but he's goofing around. And he takes his stick and he twists it into my shirt, right? So now he got me hooked. Yeah. The guy's just pulling me around like an idiot.
That's funny.
I was like his puppet.
Yeah, I wouldn't do any of those celebrity sporting events. Like I've been asked to play softball. I'm not going to do that because I know I'll strike out.
Everyone was asking for you yesterday. Everyone's like, why doesn't Howard come out and skate?
I've never skated in my life.
If he gets on skates, you will have a monument.
I used to get invited to like celebrity tennis matches all the time. They go, it doesn't matter if you can play. It's for charity. I go, it matters to me. I'm going to be in front of thousands of people, not being able to play a sport, look like a spaz.
You know how many people would love to get a picture of that?
Yeah, exactly. I look like an idiot.
Well, there was a guy. He's on the show The Practice. His name is Michael Bottalucco.
Yeah.
He's a heavyset guy. He won an Emmy and everything. I don't know why he was there, but he couldn't skate, so he had to walk on skates and his feet were bending in. And I didn't realize this, but later on I found out that John and my wife were having the discussion. They thought he was retarded. They thought they'd let a retarded guy come out and skate.
That would be me. I don't need that. Yeah, go ahead. You're on the air. Quickly, I got Jimmy Kimmel coming in. Jimmy's actually here as a guest today to promote his new late-night talk show.
Late-night show, which will be coming on after the Super Bowl.
I'm excited for him.
Can I just say one more thing about yesterday? And I'm not goofing around when I say this. It was for the Christopher Reeve Foundation. Yeah. So he comes out at the end of every game. He looks better.
Christopher Reeve?
Yeah, he looks a lot better.
He's walking now underwater.
No, but he looked...
Which is always good.
But it is weird. I don't know if I'm getting used to seeing him, because it is a shock when you see him. But he looked better, and even when he spoke... Remember I told you one time he spoke, and it seemed like he would say the words, and they would come out of some other thing 3 seconds later? Yeah. He was speaking directly yesterday.
All right, there you go. Yeah, you're on the air. All that work really paid off. He's speaking directly.
All right, come on. Little strides.
And he wiggled his finger enthusiastically, that poor guy.
I watched the little thing about Stephen Hawking. They had a 60 Minutes profile of him.
Yeah.
That he is Milosevic, that character
I know.
created.
You're on the air.
Hello. First of all, happy birthday, Howard.
Thanks.
But I have 2 issues. The first one is, how come on the ETV show, how come Fred's hardly ever filmed?
Fred's hardly filmed because Fred hardly talks. What are you going to do with him? He doesn't like to talk. He likes to remain silent.
Okay. The second one is for Baba Booey, and I've got a good idea for what he can do when you go off the air in 3 hours. And I've listened to 2 football games on the air the last week or so, and they sound just like him. Seriously, I think he should become an analyst. He's intelligent enough.
All right, thank you. Who cares? Dominic, you're on the air. Go ahead. You're on the air. Okay. But why does he call and then hang up?
He does it all the time.
Very busy man.
Yeah, well, do me a favor. Don't take any more calls from him. It just screws me up.
Like, I'll put him on hold. He'll hang up within 10 seconds.
Yeah, well, no one's rushing to get to his call.
You can't leave a Dominic on hold.
Yeah, sorry. Mark, go ahead. Mark, you
Howard.
there? Yeah.
Good morning. Hey, it's a treat to talk to you. I wanted to mention that I really enjoyed the anal ring toss.
Everybody loves anal ring toss. If you want to see a picture of Lord of the Anal Rings, go out to howardstern.com. There's a picture of Lord of the Anal Rings, and that'll be taken down later today because we have to put up a picture of Nikki Ziering, who we're going to give away on a dating game.
Oh, that's right.
Couple questions. Yeah. How big is this? What you're throwing the rings on?
Oh, my
diameter?
God. Wait till you see this on TV. This is a big-ass stick. I didn't mean it like that, but that's the way it works. It's a big stick. I'd say the stick itself that they toss the rings on is about 7 inches. And then the base that she applies is about 4.5 inches and fairly wide.
Yeah, so it's like a foot total.
Yeah, I would say that's more in the ballpark.
Yeah.
It looks like you've got a lot of pole there to toss at.
Yeah, there's at least 4 inches buried.
Howard, question for you, sir. My question is this. For those of us married guys that are out there in the middle of America, I really enjoy listening to the stimulating stuff that happens there. And my question to you is twofold. First part is, how in the world did I get my wife to do anal? And second, what is it about anal sex? I'm totally straight, 100% straight guy. But I've never done it, but I'm totally intrigued with it.
I tell you what, before I had done it, I was very intrigued by it because I figured, well, it's something I got to try. It's like climbing Mount Everest, you got to do it. So I must tell you that really the trick is not to ask for it, but to get the woman very hot, as Robin says. You got to get her really worked up, which is hard to do with your wife if you've been married a long time, but you really got to put some energy. Get her so worked up that you kind of just move her in that direction, so to speak.
Yep.
And then work it slow. You know what I mean? You can't move too quick into there because it's a whole different area.
She's not... She hasn't been playing anal ring toss. So
right.
Not ready.
And if you're like me, you'll find that once you do it once or twice, it's not that big a deal. Some guys love it. I know guys who would rather have that than the regular sex.
Really?
I do.
I don't get that.
I don't either, and I think they're gay. You're a little too into it.
Yeah, who would desire that much?
I mean, the thing that the woman's private parts are designed for us to be there.
Right. Yeah, it's just the sort of forbidden nature. It's just a...
Yeah. It's taboo. It's about trying something that you're not supposed to be there.
Right. And then once you've done it, it's enough.
Yeah, but I'm saying you got to work her getting real hot and then have some lube there, for the first timer.
Two other quick questions, or just comments. I really enjoyed watching your movie, Private Parts. I know this is outdated, but it really does tell your story to someone who has no real concept of what it was like to go through what you've gone through. And I really appreciate the fact that, you and Robin have been together so long. You guys, I'm not trying to be, a kiss butt or whatever, but you've really pioneered this. I mean, there was so much against you guys in the beginning. And, it's funny because you really have accomplished quite a bit. It is funny how so many people try to kind of rip off or copy based on you laid the groundwork. You got here.
Our success has actually generated an industry, if you will, of guys with crappy voices who talk a lot.
Not only but revitalized and created a great revenue center.
Yeah, it has.
Radio was not that lucrative.
And syndicated radio now is huge. But what can I tell you? You lube me up. I'm ready to have anal. All right, listen, Jimmy Kimmel is a guy we've known for a while, and he just got tapped to be ABC's new late-night guy.
Is he going to be competing directly with Leno and Letterman, or...?
They got him on in that weird time slot following Ted Koppel, so he'll never know really what the hell's going on. It's a half hour.
It's only a half-hour show?
Hey, Jimmy, to me, there's less pressure on Jimmy than if they put him on against Leno and Letterman. Because, hey, Jimmy.
Hey.
Well, you're dressing like
Thanks.
a late-night guy.
Yeah, you look just like those late-night guys with the suit and
I
everything.
do now, yeah, right? I look nice.
Yeah, way to go. You really look legitimate. Is that a stain on your shirt?
It
on your
probably
pocket?
is,
Look at that. There's a big hunk of food on Jimmy's pocket.
Do you think the other late-night guys were masturbating in their hotel room before they came over here this morning?
Oh, I think so.
You know what? Yeah.
What is that little brown thing on your shirt? Is that a stain? Or is that
Probably,
is that a design on the pocket?
I don't know. This right here?
Yeah. What is that?
Oh, it's a little, I don't know. It's the flag.
It's a flag.
Yeah, the Ralph Lauren American flag.
God, that's an odd design.
Yeah.
Odd shirt you're wearing.
I like that.
Well, it is Ralph Lauren.
Thank you. I think there's less pressure on you with your late-night show because of the time slot. You don't go on until midnight.
Yeah.
So, like, if you do bad, it's kind of like, well, hey, Ted Koppel's our lead-in, and people are confused. And if you do well, if any kind of blip happens...
You're a hero.
You're a hero.
I guess, yeah. I guess, but I still have to do well. They still spend a lot of money on not on me, but on the theater.
I tell you, they're doing tons of commercials for you.
Yes, I've seen lots of promotional.
Yeah, they run those same 3 commercials over and over again.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
What about, they built you a theater like the Ed Sullivan
Theater?
Yes, they rebuilt the Chevy Chase Theater.
They built you a theater for yourself?
Yeah, they built me a theater. Well, they didn't really. Well, I wouldn't say they didn't build the building, but it's like an old Masonic temple. It's right where the Hollywood Walk of Stars is.
And what does it say? Like what's the show called? Jimmy Kimmel Show?
Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Jimmy Kimmel Live.
And what is the studio called?
It's really embarrassing. The whole thing is embarrassing.
It is, right?
All the mail says my name on it, so I think everything's for me. And so I'll walk by like somebody's desk and I take things, I start opening. Like, what are you doing with my mail? And I realize
Jimmy
my
Kimmel.
name's on everything
right.
there.
You are a show now.
For the show. But they remodeled this at the El Capitan Theater, which is a big famous theater there. They remodeled like a portion of it for the show.
But you're in a good time slot because they allowed Bill Maher to flounder there for years.
Yeah.
I mean, you can literally just do anything, and Maher didn't get any rating. And
how long have they told you, like, any kind of time period they're looking for?
They told me I have to have it together in 2.5 weeks, or else I'm out.
No, they didn't. What's the rating?
They're in it for and listen, I've heard this everywhere I've ever worked. We're not looking right off the bat. You don't have to do well. We're looking to grow something for years. We're looking at...
Sure, that's what they told Chevy Chase. Trust me. They're not looking to grow anything.
Well, that's what their bosses are telling them, too. Right. So, yeah. But I think I have to do well fairly quickly.
When it says Jimmy Kimmel Live, is it a live show?
Yeah, it's live.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You mean you're going to actually be on at midnight?
Yeah. I'll be on, 9 o'clock in L.A.
Wow.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And mistakes and everything.
Oh, yeah. And we did a couple of test shows, and there are a lot of them.
What? Like what? Like what happens?
Just every single time they come to me, I'm looking the wrong way.
Oh, good.
So the guests are coming out on either side, and I don't know what's happening. I'm looking. I'm really not good at it, it turns out. At the end of the first show, I was just like, this is not going to work. This really isn't going to work. I felt like I was pretending to be a talk show host.
Right.
Like we had some kind of sketch that we set up for our friends. But, I don't know what's going on. I really don't.
A couple of times that I've been on Letterman or Leno, sometimes I'm sitting there and I go, wait a second. There's nothing natural about this. I'm a guest here. I'm waiting. There's people in the audience waiting for me to laugh. I get into the absurdity of it, and I want to just walk out. I want to just leave.
Yeah,
that's what I felt.
Everything, but I'm not going to play anymore.
It's weird. They will not let you leave when you're the host.
No. You got to really sit there and play with it. It's such a dumb job.
And no one wants to be on my show either.
Oh, really?
I was going to say, are you having trouble booking people? Because what do you tell them?
Yeah, like, who did you get for your test shows?
We had, the test shows, I was able to land Adam Carolla.
Wow.
There you go.
There you go.
I
What
have
a great
with
guest.
his people.
Yeah. How depressing.
And Ben Stein.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, God. I mean, you know what?
And,
How is Ben Stein?
My Uncle Frank was on that
No, seriously, who is it?
Seriously?
Your Uncle Frank?
No, Kathy Griffin was on it. She was good. And,
These are the people who do every test show.
Yes. Lauren Graham was on
There's a career of people. There's people just, their whole careers are test shows.
Remember the last time we saw Kathy? She was here to do some kind of a test for that Jump the Shark show.
Yeah, she did a test show.
She doesn't mind. She likes doing it, and she just goes and does that stuff. But
those are shows that will never air.
These are shows that will thankfully never air. Yeah.
Right.
But it's going to be live, and it's really ridiculous. I mean, you don't realize how much stuff they fix until you go home that night and Letterman's on, and then you put on your tape and go, oh, my God, this is going to be terrible.
So they fix tons of stuff. I've done Letterman where they go in and they reshoot half the show afterwards.
Yeah, well, they did make little, I know they do. They make little nips, and there will be none of that on this program.
Wow, okay, I kind of like that. I think you're going to be good at it, man.
So, I mean, what is in a half hour, what are you going to be?
It's an hour. The show's an hour.
Oh, because Fred had us thinking it was a half hour.
Yeah, Fred had me thinking it was a half hour.
See, the bad part, you know how much work now goes into this.
Yeah.
Here's the bad part for you. You just got divorced.
Yes.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
And, I knew that one was coming.
I've been looking forward to coming in here.
Yeah, everybody knew he was getting divorced. But anyway.
Well, mainly you, yeah.
But the thing is that now you're probably having fun in your personal life.
And you got to work hard.
And now you're going to have to work all the time.
Well, the truth is, I used to just go, this was my life. I'd be at work, and then I'd go hide in my room, and I'd sit in front of my computer and come up with all sorts of funny ideas.
Right.
And now
you go out on dates.
I'm not as interested in working when I get home.
I know.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Living,
this comes at a very bad time for ABC.
It does.
Yeah, Where is he living? Did he go do the bachelor pad thing, or
what do you got going on?
I live like a 32nd of a mile from my old house. I live right down the block from my old house.
Oh, okay.
So that means you got to now spend time with your kids. Before you were like in the house, you didn't have to even spend time with them.
Yeah, that's it. We all went to our separate corners and watched our separate television shows.
Now you're going to actually have to have the kids over and interact with them.
I do. But that's all right.
That's going to take up a lot of... Oh, yeah, it's great. Yeah, that's fun.
I was going to say, you probably...
No, I actually...
No, I'm sure that is fun. I'm sure. Yeah, what is that, Gary?
I was just wondering, did you get a chance to look at the notes extensively by any chance?
Yeah, I did. I'll get to all of it.
Okay, because there's some weird stuff that Jimmy talked about in a recent Playboy interview.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about it.
I heard a few quotes. I was like, well, what's he doing?
I have trouble editing myself.
That's what's good.
And yeah, I guess, but I'm not used to it. And then it's like, when the Playboy came out, I called my father. I'm like, listen, I know Mom's going to want to read this, but tell her not to, okay? Yeah. And if she does, I don't want to hear about it.
There was just a couple of weird things like, well, Jimmy talked about the fact that his penis is all messed up. That it's not necessarily small, but his urethra is small.
Yeah.
Right?
It's better now. The last time, I had that operation shortly after the last time. Remember I was sitting on a hemorrhoid cushion?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because I had to sit down to pee so much I wound up with hemorrhoids.
Listen to his bad luck. The hole, where you pee from.
Was in the wrong place.
Is in the wrong place
no,
or
it's
something.
Just tiny.
It was like really, and you had a constriction.
Yes, and it was getting smaller and smaller.
And it hurts when he pees and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to open it up and make it bigger, and then when it healed, it closed smaller.
Yeah, and
don't they know what they're doing with your penis?
Work,
Even now, the guy's like, we're going to have to do it again. I was like, oh, my God.
How many people have this?
I don't know. Me and my cousin Sal are the only two.
Really? It must be. Because they don't even know how to fix it.
And I think most people have the dignity not to mention it if they did have it. So.
Right. So you went in for 3 operations.
Yeah, well, one time they just jammed things in there to try to stretch it out like they were working, like it was a clown working a balloon animal.
Did that hurt?
It was just terrible, yeah. And then 2 operations.
Oh, wait, you know what?
And now, is it working? Is it fixed?
It functions, but my aim is horrendous.
I got to tell you, well, why don't you just sit down?
Well, because it's,
It's very gay.
Yeah, it's like you feel like, when dogs get old.
Yeah.
Well, wait a second. Speaking of gay.
Yeah,
because there was another thing in the interview that I thought was incredibly gay. When you and Adam would go on the road, you guys would sleep in the same bed?
Not only would we sometimes still do.
Wow. Why do you sleep in the same bed?
I don't know. So, we're not...
That's worse than the urethra thing.
We don't...
you and Adam sleep in the same bed.
Every once in a while, yeah, we do.
Howard, they're in a hotel room together, right?
Yeah.
So Jimmy wants to pleasure himself. So he tells Adam he has to go make a number 2, and then he goes and he pleasures himself. I can't get too descriptive. He pleasures himself in the tub,
right?
And then Adam goes in to take a shower and starts screaming because he finds it.
I did it on purpose.
Rinse.
What?
Rinse the tub down a little.
Why would I rinse it when I know Adam's going to be getting in there?
I mean, you're a wealthy guy. Adam's wealthy. I mean,
this was a long time ago. This was not, we're on the radio, we're sharing it. But even now, I mean, you're talking about your birthday party. It's like there's no medium. It's either you take very few people to something or you have to take your whole huge gang. And when I go to things, I have a gang that I have to take with me.
Daniel.
We go to the Super Bowl. I have 2 hotel rooms. We have like 12 guys. That's how it works out.
So you and Adam share a bed?
Yes, we do.
Is that uncomfortable?
We're very compatible.
Do you ever, touch each other and stuff?
No, we don't touch each other. We stay, I
do you
stay
go
perfectly
back
still.
to back, or what do you do?
No, we're just side by side.
Have you ever woken up in each other's arms? Seriously, I mean, did that ever happen? You're touching and stuff? Because that can happen in your sleep.
Yeah, do you entwine legs or anything?
My friend Tommy claims I kissed him once in his sleep. But
you slept with him, too?
I denied it, yeah.
You sleep with a lot of guys.
Sleep with a lot of dudes.
Yeah.
Well, let's get on to something less horrible.
Right.
So, who are you dating now? Still with that comedian chick or what?
Yeah.
That's your thing now, huh?
Yeah.
Now, I don't understand.
Good-looking girl.
You seem to leave your wife and immediately have a relationship.
Yeah. Well, what are you going to do?
Yeah, might as well get on with it.
That's the good part of not being married, right?
You don't want to be a player, though?
With others? No, I'm not really like that. I sleep with Adam,
Jimmy's the first guy who ever left his wife for a comedian. That doesn't happen a lot.
That's right. Well, no, she's kind of... Sarah Silverman's a good looker.
She's very pretty. I mean,
Yeah, she's good.
Nice. So it's nice getting a new piece of ass, huh?
Yeah. My wife's good looking, too. People assume I...
Why don't you stay with her?
Well, listen, I'm a miserable person,
Oh, it's all you, right?
Yeah, well...
he's real miserable.
Is that you talking or is that her talking?
That's her talking.
That's our mutual statement, yeah.
All right, so now you're single, you're divorced.
Is the divorce finished? Everything done?
No, not yet.
Finances figured out?
Yeah, we're not going to have a problem in that area.
Oh, so you're going to be broke.
Yeah, exactly.
Join the club.
Isn't it weird that Jimmy got the best payday of his life in the middle of his divorce?
Yeah, that's bad.
I was going to say, did he just go to...
He's so nice in the other room, I know it appears like that, but you know full well that this is something we decided well before the ABC thing.
But I was just going to say, do you just sign those checks over to her right away? You don't even...
I don't know how it works. I don't know how it's going to work.
Yeah, you don't know yet. But I'm sure there'll be a lot of participants in your new salary.
Yeah,
for a long time.
Because she's keeping the house you two worked on, right?
Yeah, well, we have 2 houses now, so.
Yeah. Way to go.
Right down the street from each other.
That's it. So you're working hard. You got this new show on ABC. It starts on the Super Bowl day, which is not too much pressure.
Yeah.
Is that one live, too?
Yeah, that's going to be live.
Hey, what are you doing to yourself?
What do you got for a first show,
I don't know.
then?
Well, what are you going to do? They offer you. What are you going to do? It's not like I went to them with this plan. They came to me, and now it's really just terrible going through all this. I have so many things I have to do between now and then. You don't even have time to think about what you're going to say on the show or what you're going to do. And every day, it's awful. It's really awful.
Do you have a monologue? Do you do that?
No, I'm not going to do that.
Why? You're good at that. I've seen you at the ABC stand-up.
Well, I am going to do... I don't want to do jokes, because I think... I'm not interested in...
Well, what are you going to do then?
I'll do it like Regis does it. You come out and just talk.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yeah, I think it'll be better. And we'll have a guest co-host every week.
Because you don't want to sit there and be talking to yourself.
Yeah, it's weird to be sitting there.
Oh, it's going to be like the Mike Douglas show?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right.
Rosie O'Donnell did that.
Well, she didn't have a guest co-host.
No, I like that. The guest co-host.
It'll be fun.
For the whole week.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the guest co-host? Adam?
Hopefully you. Yeah, probably Adam and Ben Stein rotating.
There you go. That's exciting.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I mean, it should be all right.
You're going to come out and you're going to have topics and you're going to talk.
Yeah, I don't know if on topics, but... Yeah.
Last night?
Yeah.
You're like, what'd you do last night? Oh, you banged Sarah Silverman. That's good. And you had a small urethra. Does it hurt when you have an orgasm?
No, it doesn't.
That you can do.
There's one thing I miss, because I used to be able... I could pee for a mile. And it was impressive. Like, if I was in a men's room with friends or whatever, I could just keep backing up from the urinal, backing all the way to the wall and still be able to hit the urinal.
But now, because of your problem, you probably hit the guy walking through the front door.
Now I'm like a normal person. It's like I've lost my superpowers.
But Howard, what's the other? There's another problem.
Yeah, there's a weird thing that when you...
There is?
We used it for years when you would have an orgasm, even through hand manipulation by yourself.
Yeah.
You would get headaches during orgasm.
No, it just happened really for a 1-2 week period.
Oh.
Yeah. It's happened to anybody? Because people told me that it happened to them. It's a terrible pain, headache that you get in the middle
afterward. In the middle.
In the middle of it, yeah. It's terrible, and it takes like hours to get over.
You know, it's weird. Whenever I have a headache, I would masturbate.
That's how you
get rid of
relieve the pain.
To get rid of it.
Normally, that's what I would do, too. But it's called headache during orgasm. It's got initials. It's HDO. I looked it up in the internet.
HDO. Do you think it was your marriage? Do you think that you were so upset?
No, it was mainly from masturbating that I got it.
I see. So after your divorce and everything, you had been married since you were 19. Was it weird, since you were 20, was it weird to then have sex with Sarah Silverman, like, after being with your wife for so long? Did you accidentally call her your wife's name, or anything weird happen like that?
No, nothing.
Nothing?
No, his wife's name is Sarah.
Luckily, that's also her name.
Yeah. No, but I mean... Isn't it strange, like, after all those years?
It is, It's really strange.
Yeah.
I've only had sex with 3 women.
In your entire life?
Yeah.
Really?
Maybe that was the trauma.
Can I ask you a question? So you had sex, obviously, with your wife, Sarah, and the other person was, like, before you were married?
Yeah.
Okay, so after you got divorced, just for a month, just for the hell of it, wouldn't you see what, once you get, like, a couple under your belt?
I have,
He's been doing that.
Listen, I have this thing that if I feel like they wouldn't have liked me in high school, I can't be attracted to.
So in other words, you think Sarah Silverman would have liked you in high school?
Yes.
What an insult to her.
Yeah, really.
Well, she's 3 years younger than me.
What's her problem?
She was in junior high school.
Right.
I might have been able to. Yeah.
So in other words, you pick women that you think you could have gotten in high school.
Yes. It's I know it's a crazy thing, but
very embarrassing.
He's got to have crazy willpower though, because that man showed those juggy girls all over the place.
It wasn't even that.
You're like Elvis on that set,
Well, Adam and Daniel will tell you. I hated. We take these big trips with it. I hated going on them. I don't know. It's a. I know it sounds gay, but I'd rather be with a bunch of guys. I really would.
Yeah, because you don't have to...
Well, yeah, that sounds gay.
I got one more question, Jimmy.
That sounded gay.
Yes. One thing I saw in notes.
Yes. What else do you have,
Did you cry during the last episode of The Man Show?
A little bit.
Wow.
I know. Some man show, right?
Yeah, what a man. Joe, you're on the air. Jimmy Kimmel's starting up a brand new show, premiering January 26th after the Super Bowl on ABC, and weeknights at 12:05, starting January 27th on ABC. That's weird, 12:05.
Well, every 11:35.
Here we go. This is the part I've really not been looking forward to.
But that takes the pressure off
you. Listeners.
Yeah, but that takes the pressure off you.
You think so?
Yeah.
I hope something needs to.
ABC is really banking on him. What they're banking on, the show will get popular, and then they can get rid of Ted Koppel. Let's be honest. I mean, that's the goal here.
Yeah, they tried to move him out with Letterman not too long ago.
I think they hope I do well enough to stay on until those other guys retire.
Any indication that Letterman or Leno are the least bit aggravated that you're coming on ABC?
Well, I'm on Letterman tonight. So he's all right with it, I guess. And
that's insulting too.
Leno does not like me that much.
He doesn't.
He never likes me.
He called you this morning for your birthday, huh?
That's right, he did.
Yeah, nice. He probably calls Rick Dees too,
Yeah. I'm just on the birthday list. Yeah, you're on the air, Joe.
Hey, Alan. How you doing?
Hey.
Hey, Jimmy, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Why aren't you banging that Jillian Barberie? She's a hot piece of ass, man.
Why is he not banging Jillian Barberie?
Yes.
Why aren't you banging Jillian Barberie?
She wouldn't like me in high school.
Yeah, she wouldn't have liked him in high school.
She wouldn't like me now, I don't think. It's not as if I'm able to just bang anyone that I work with. I mean, you do have to get their consent first.
Yeah. That's right. You have to meet them, and they have to like you.
Yes.
So what does this mean about your Fox gig on the football games? Are you going to still maintain that whole presence?
Well, no. I mean, unless the show gets canceled, then I'm sure I'll come crawling back. But this is my last weekend, actually, coming up.
Wow.
Yeah, because I saw you this past weekend.
Yeah.
So is Sarah Silverman living with you?
No.
You're not going to live with another chick for a while, are you?
No.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
No.
What do you do with her vis-a-vis the kids? I mean, is she like hanging out with them?
How old are your kids?
11 and 9.
They understand.
Dude, you got to tell them you're seeing somebody.
Do?
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, you don't have to. Is
Yeah,
your
they
wife
told
seeing
me
anyone?
not to. We went and we went.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Is your wife seeing someone?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. You know it.
I really don't. I honestly don't. I really don't. It's not. No, it's a
So
weird
were
thing.
you guys doing the thing where the kids are with you several days
Yeah.
a week and with your wife several days a week?
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can only see Sarah a couple of days a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is the phone ringing? Are you whispering?
My life has turned into just a big schedule. I mean, I look at it and I go, what happened to me?
What went wrong?
What happened to the Jimmy I used to love?
That sucks, the schedule stuff.
I hardly have time to sleep without him anymore.
I carry a book with me now to schedule stuff. I never did my entire life.
It's really terrible. I mean, we used to, Ann and I would go out for lunch like for 2.5 hours. You know, I mean,
you don't have time for that anymore.
No, that does not.
You guys spend time with the kids.
I never even leave like the building for lunch. Lunch is on the desk.
Divorce makes you a better dad.
I hope the show gets canceled.
Right? It's a lot of work.
It's terrible.
Well, how soon is Sarah Silverman going to be a guest?
I guess you'd be, hopefully not when you're on.
No, that'd be a good guess. I'll come on if you have her on. I would love
That's the
to.
day that's the only day
I know.
he gets booked.
I know that's my only chance. A line of...
You in love with her?
I like her very much. Yeah.
So you're not in love?
Oh, I didn't say that.
Take her or leave her.
What? I didn't say that.
First show, you should bring her up and make out with her. Say, hey, look what's going on in my life.
Screw you all. Check this out.
You know all you guys used to beat your meat to Saturday Night Live? Well, guess what? Look at me.
Here's what happens when you get a late-night show.
Here's my riches. My pirate's booty.
My spoils.
There has to be something good that goes along with it, right?
Yeah, you're sure.
Yeah.
So the show starts. We're doing that every day.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm used to preying on people in this situation, not being the one.
Yeah, so after your marriage, how long did you wait before you had sex with Sarah Silverman?
It was a lot. I'm still married, technically.
Right, well, you've separated.
Yeah.
That means it's a license to get poontang.
Well, because that's what I was trying to refer to. I'm trying to figure out how long after he left the house did he start having sex with this other woman.
How dare you?
The other woman?
A day. That afternoon.
It depends on traffic.
He's been bottled up for 20 years or something like that.
Me? How fast can you get over here?
He could stand across the room.
Were you surprised the Jets lost yesterday?
I was, yeah.
I was.
Did you pick them?
You picked them?
I picked them, yeah.
I didn't.
I never learn. I never learn. It's in New York.
Caught up in the hype.
There's always so much hype because they're from New York.
That's right.
And you get caught up in it, and you think, and then you go, "What was I thinking?" I never ever learned that.
Yeah, I like how Chad Pennington is Joe Namath. Except you got to win the Super Bowl to beat Joe Namath.
Yeah, I know. The Joe Montana comparisons are going to stop with Chad Pennington.
Well,
I feel
see.
bad for him because now everything's going to be written in the opposite way. He sucks.
Yeah. Hey, he did pretty good. He brought them back this
I
season.
couldn't believe they tied the game, actually.
Tim, you're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Howard.
Hey, yo.
I got a question for Jimmy.
Yes.
Hey, Jimmy, speaking of the man show and crying,
Yeah.
It's up, but I never did find out what happened to the Fox. What happened to our old boy there?
He died.
Who's the Fox? One of your
Fox
cancers?
was our, he was the announcer and the world's fastest beer drinker on our show. And he died after the first season.
Where's your offices? Are they in the ABC building?
No, they're in the they're above the studio.
And do all the executives come by and like?
Not really. They really don't. They've been all right. Yeah, they've been good.
Are you nervous as hell?
I'm nervous. Yeah, I'm always nervous though. But yeah, I'm pretty nervous.
Are you going to have a band? You got a band leader?
Yep, I got a band. The band is my buddy. He's been my best friend since I was 9 years old.
Who's that?
Slept with him too.
Who is that?
His name's Cleto Escobedo. He grew up across the street from me. Him and his dad, and I have a lot of family members working on the show. My Uncle Frank, my cousin Sal, my cousin Mickey. It's
really. That's a good idea.
A family affair.
Yeah, otherwise, you never get to see anybody. I mean, you really don't.
Surround yourself with non-professionals. Good, I like that. So, you're nervous.
Yes.
It's a big step for you. I wish you a lot of luck, dude. I mean, I really do. I think you're a funny, talented guy, but things can go horribly wrong.
I know they can. I know they can.
They can put you in the...
Yeah, just look at
Can and will.
Chad Pennington yesterday
Right,
and today.
I could be the Chad Pennington.
Who's your first guest on the Super Bowl show?
We don't have one.
You don't even have a guest.
Oh, the biggest night.
No, we're hoping to have one, though. We had to turn in like a schedule to TV Guide. It has to go like 3 weeks, and we have no guests.
You have nothing to give them.
So I just put surprise guest with an exclamation point under every show.
And is the network like pressuring you that you have to get somebody big?
No, they're like kind of going the other way, and they're like, no, you don't need get Charles Nelson Riley.
Because that's fascinating.
But it'd be nice to have some.
Who's your first week co-host?
The first week, Snoop Dogg. That we know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg is co-host.
So I guess, we do have somebody.
He's funny.
Yeah.
That's how he is.
He's a character. He's perfect. That's the kind of thing that we want to have. Unlikely pairings on the couch.
I see. And what about Jim J. Bullock as your first guest? He's a tremendous talent.
He'd be wonderful.
Yeah, very good.
I went to see, he did that show with Tammy Faye Baker, and I went to the audience of it, and we had a bunch of people there, and we were clapping at inappropriate times. Just big rounds of applause during this tragedy story, and they were not happy with us. Yeah.
Ed, you're on the air. Go ahead. Jimmy Kimmel's here. He starts on ABC...
Super Bowl
Sunday, and then weeknights at 12:05.
Hey, Jimmy, are you doing your show live in front of an audience? And if so, how do you get tickets?
Yeah, I'm doing it live in front of the audience, and I think you go to the ABC website and figure it out.
And then what do you got to do, like funny bits and stuff for like the first half hour?
A variety of things.
Because in the promo, you're like out on the street doing the show?
I know.
The back of a flatbed truck.
We tried to get Gary Busey to come do a test show for us.
You couldn't get Gary Busey?
Well, he was booked until he saw the promos, and then he called to say, I'm not getting on the back of a truck. And we tried to explain that the show was not on the back of a truck, but Gary's crazy. So
that the first show might have a bit like that or something.
He did not understand. He didn't get that. He would not have to be on the back of a truck.
So he wouldn't do your test show?
No, he refused to do the show.
Do you pay someone to do a test show?
No.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, you don't pay him.
Are you guys going to have a band or have live bands come in?
Yeah, we have a band, and we're going to have bands come in also. By the way, great theater. It's just the host that leaves something to be desired.
Let me just correct Jimmy, because he made a mistake. He said that his thing is on the NBC website. It's an ABC show.
ABC. Did I say NBC?
Yes, you made a mistake. It's all right.
All right.
There you go.
You better get that straight.
Well, with the Fox and the Comedy Central, I don't know where.
Nick, go ahead. You're on the air.
Yeah, hi, Howard.
Hey.
I love your show.
Thanks.
Hey, the reason I am calling is I was asking Jimmy if he needs a first guest. I'd be glad to be the first guest.
Would you like to have Nick on the show?
You should get his number. I should get Nick's number.
Right now you don't have anyone else. At least hold on to him. Well,
exactly.
Just by virtue of this phone call, he's more famous than any of the people that we've been offered.
Right.
Pretty amazing. Let's go to Sean. You're on the air.
Hey, Howard. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
I just wanted to ask you, all these people that die, like the R&B singers and now the Bee Gees, and I just wonder how come the punk rock underground never gets any media when they die.
Well, Joe Strummer just died.
That's what I'm saying.
And who cares? I mean, it's...
that's why you call it underground.
That's why it's underground. That's why it's cool. You don't hear it mentioned anywhere. Then you guys can go, I can't believe they don't mention Joe Strummer.
I'm sure Joe Strummer was disappointed he wasn't on Entertainment Tonight's...
Yeah, it's cool that he isn't being... I'm purposely not mentioning him to keep him underground.
That's right.
Right.
He's literally underground.
You mentioned Joey Ramone, though.
Joey, yeah, I love Joey.
He had risen above ground.
Joey was above ground. That's what killed him. When he was underground, he was fine. No one noticed.
Joey's bigger than Joe Strummer. Come on.
Yeah, come on. Joey is Joey. Well, hey, look, man, what do I know? I wish you luck. I think you're in a safe time slot, 12:05. Yeah. You do well, great. You're a hero. If you do the same, nobody cares. What's on there now?
Ted, I guess they have a Nightline, they just have filler in there now. It's like an interview show.
You can't.
I shouldn't call it filler. I'm sure somebody will get furious, but it's just a temporary show.
I think you're funny.
Well, thanks.
Just sit there and and do your thing. Who cares?
Yeah. Well, it's all I can do.
Yeah. The ABC don't know anything.
It's not like I have a whole host of talents that I can go to. Like tonight, I'm going to sing. Right. There's not going to be any of that on the show.
Don't put any bands on either. They're deaf.
No?
No, because you could always go wrong with a band. There's so many people who don't like that band, more so than the fans.
Yeah.
If you got the Beatles booked, that's something else.
Yeah, make sure the bands are popular.
But you're not getting the Beatles. Yeah. You're getting,
Yeah.
Let's say Jimmy Eat World.
Right. I'll be lucky to get Herman's Hermits.
Exactly. You get Jimmy Eat World, and you know what? Their fans, maybe they've got 200,000 fans. But in your audience, you're going for millions of people.
Yeah. At least thousands we're going to shoot for. Yeah.
Well, have they told you what demographic you should be aiming at?
Well, I mean, I think they hired me because they know which one I'm already aimed at.
Okay.
He's a young, hip guy.
Yeah.
Black women.
Drunken guys that try to kiss me in casinos.
Yeah. Get a lot of naked women on there, man.
Yeah.
Just women in thongs, bathing suits. Just say, here, stare at this for a few minutes. I'm telling you.
That's like that Dean Martin thing with those gold digger girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that once already.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Do it every night.
Hey, it's all right to repeat that bit.
I'd say by the third show you got like Corey Feldman.
It's going to be the surreal life.
And Hammer.
If I'm lucky.
Yeah.
You know what I was thinking? He should get a hold of that Christmas party that Anna Nicole Smith did and get all those guests. China.
They were good.
You know.
Yeah, it's going to look like the Anna Nicole Smith Christmas
Margaret
party.
Cho.
Kathy Griffin, Margaret Cho, and China.
And that exercise dude with the ponytail.
Tony Little.
Yeah.
Is that really? She really had those people on?
Yeah, that sounds like something you'd be interested in. They could be your co-hosts.
Yeah, if I could get them. Keep my fingers crossed.
China might be hard to get.
You know, they wanted Adam to box China on that, what are they, that Fox Celebrity Boxing?
Yeah. He wouldn't do it?
No, he wouldn't. He would, he wound up giving her brain damage. That's not. But she was like, I'll kill him, I'll kill him, You know who was
a good guest for your show? Seriously? Jared from Subway. The guy who lost all that weight.
I have a theory about Jared. Now, I know it's been, it may be disproved by some of the recent commercials, but he's paralyzed from the waist down. Because I don't know if you noticed, he's sitting in an inordinate amount of commercials, and everyone else is standing. Like he's sitting at the base of a tree, and everyone gathers around him. And it's a weird... The whole Jared thing is weird to start with, but why would someone be sitting while everyone else is standing through a commercial?
Sounds like you got an interview in the making there, brother.
Like a guru.
What about him and the Dell Computer Kid? You could get him on there, too, on that show.
Booking people who's...
I want to kill that Dell Computer Kid. That kid drives me insane.
Don't like him, huh?
Oh. I don't know. It's something about him. It's just that fake kind of spastic thing that's going on there.
So get him on your show and tell him that.
I will get that.
What about Cy Sperling? What a great guest he is. He outs people who wear toupees. Kim, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Jimmy. I just want to wish you well. Love the Man Show. I think you'll do great.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think Jimmy will do just fine.
Do that great man on the street stuff. Keep Adam in the loop and just...
I have no choice but to keep Adam in the loop. I can't get anybody else on the show.
I know. Adam was like in the loop. And Adam thought he was getting dumped.
Adam is the loop.
Yeah.
Well, why can't he be your co-host?
He will be co-host.
I think Jimmy's trying the first couple of weeks to distinguish himself in without the Man Show.
Not the Man
That's
Show.
exactly right. In fact, that's so exactly right. Week 3, Adam is the co-host.
Yeah, there you go. Week 3.
Well, because people get nervous. You have to go around these advertisers and say, "Oh, it's not going to be the Man Show," or else we'll just wind up with the Girls Gone Wild videos in commercials. And it'll just be a bunch of like sex lines during our show.
You know what? You can strive for mediocrity. Network television is like that. Like Letterman doesn't bust his ass. He does an interview. He says nothing controversial. He sits there and smiles. Even if you just do the slightest wild thing, you'll be a hit. Leno hasn't done anything original.
Rosie O'Donnell, she epitomized not doing anything.
Yeah. Well, just don't do anything.
She was eating.
Some good advice.
Like, if I had a network television show, I would just like, hey, everybody, what's happening? Here's my guest. I'd ask a couple of questions. I'd keep my mouth shut. The less I talk, the better. No trouble. I would just keep it real.
That is the hard part, though. I mean, it really is. The hard part is trying to not get crazy like that, because it becomes impossible to do the show. I mean, that's the truth of the matter. If people are uncomfortable coming on the show,
yeah, you're gonna have to sell out. That's all.
Yeah.
I even thought in the Playboy thing, you mentioned a couple of people. And you said disparaging things about him. I can't remember who.
I told you, I have no common sense. I really don't.
They're not doing your show now. Brian, you're on the air.
Hey, Hook Nose. Why don't you tell everyone your real age?
49.
You're 55, jackass.
Oh, come on. What's up, Brian, if you got something to say?
All right. Hey, Jim.
Yes.
The show's going to tank in 3 weeks, bro.
Thank you.
3 weeks.
I'd be happy with 3 weeks.
At least Adam will get a shot as co-host.
Hey, you know what you got to do? You got to have that little kid on that sells the beer and all that crap from the Man Show.
Yeah, he's not so little anymore.
Yeah, you got to get a new little kid.
He got so old that guys were threatening to beat him up on when he said
wasn't so cute anymore.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, Jimmy Kimmel Live, premiering January 26th. It's his big shot on network television.
Mm-hmm.
If this works out for him, We'll rarely
If
see
not,
them.
reality show.
Yeah,
You
so
know?
what? You'll do something else.
It's a nice safety net to have nowadays.
He's divorced. He's banging a hot chick. She look good?
Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
Sure.
Nice seeing her naked in your bed, right? I mean, the days the kids aren't there.
Yeah, right.
Do you have to send her home right after because you'll be, picking up the kids in the morning or something?
Sometimes, yeah. That ain't bad. Beat it, Silverman. Get out of my bed. The kids are coming over. Can I meet them? I don't think it's time yet. Maybe in a year.
What about guys like Bradshaw and Howie Long? You'd invite them on?
Yeah, I'll have them on.
Those are your buddies.
Yeah.
I think there'll be 2 co-hosts.
Terry just found out about it. He had no idea.
No clue you were leaving.
Even though they were mentioning it on the air, he really didn't seem to understand.
Pays a lot of attention.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, Howie actually hates you outwardly. I mean, he is just real disdain for you.
He and I reached a compromise, and we decided to just respect each other and move on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel, everyone. And what can I tell you? We'll be back right after these words.
Hi, Howard. It's Sarah Michelle, and I want to wish you a happy 21st birthday. People say you're older, but you don't look it, so happy 21st.
This is Eddie Griffin, the undercover brother. Howard, happy birthday. Happy 49, baby. 49 more. That's right, 49 more.
Hi, Henry Winkler here. Howard, happy birthday. 49, wow, you look great. But then why shouldn't you? You're having a great life.
How come I hear a birthday announcement, and then
Because I got it on a CD, and I'm not used to potting that thing.
Oh, my goodness.
It's not a body. Hello, everybody. I'm Paige Hopkins. An object investigators thought could be the body of Lacey Peterson turns out to be an anchor. Divers pulled it out of the Berkeley Marina today. The 27-year-old pregnant woman.
She died later that day. What?
If anyone over there had any sense of humor, they'd come right back with that sheet announcing her death.
They don't have a big sense of humor over there.
Did you see? I actually I was watching the footage of that, and people, like friends of this Lacey, what is her last name?
I don't know.
Her friends were laughing. They were at the pier where they thought they had her body, and they wind up with an anchor or something. And 2 of her girlfriends both laughing.
Yeah, well, it's funny.
Oh, geez, we thought it was. Yeah. It's an anchor. It's not her dead pregnant body. What a goof.
That was the laughter of relief, I'm sure.
All right, let me see. I got a bunch of stuff here to go. Well, Jimmy's going to sit in until 9 o'clock. Then he has to go because he's scary busy with his new talk show.
Right, he has to go. I have some prospective guests for Jimmy.
Good, I need them.
In an audition.
Yeah?
They actually want to say hello to you. It's some old friends of the show. First, let's bring in, remember Janie, the cleaning woman?
Oh. Yes. Oh, Janie would be a great... Oh, look at that. For my birthday, Janie. Oh, that's... Now, there's a good guest.
Howard Stern, this is your life.
Woohoo! Janie, I didn't even know you were still alive. I don't even hear from you.
She's turned 49, and I'll soon be 63. So.
Really? You look young as ever.
Thank you. I feel almost as young as ever.
Janie was the cleaning woman at NBC Radio.
Janie is still the cleaning woman at NBC Saturday Night Live division now.
Really? And are you sick of it yet? Does that kind of work get tedious?
No, it's nothing that teaches that you like.
Yeah, you still enjoy it.
I still enjoy it.
It's sort of like a dead-end job, though. I mean, you're still doing it.
Hey, I got 2.5 more years, Robin, so hey.
And what do you mean? You get a retirement situation?
2005. I'll be 65, so yeah, it's time.
And NBC pays you through your...
I'm union, but it's not NBC. We're 32BJ now.
What are you doing on Super Bowl Sunday?
Probably working.
Oh. Jimmy needs a good guest.
Can't get anybody.
What's 32BJ?
That's my local union.
Local union.
Yeah.
You still married to that white guy?
I'm still married to the Caucasian.
Yeah.
There's no white people. What's wrong with you? You're not white. You're pink. Your shirt is white.
Jimmy, you'll be interested to know that Janie was breaking interracial barriers 20 years ago.
Really?
It's been 25
32
years.
BJ, right?
32 BJ with the white guy.
I was 54, local 54 when I met him.
Okay. Well, you're good. I apologize.
Yeah, accept it.
Janie, he was also a cleaning guy, wasn't he?
He's a photographer.
He's a photographer?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
My work didn't have anything to do with his.
How did you two meet?
That's a great love story.
I had the photo department, second floor, and he was there.
See, this is really made in New York. What it made in Manhattan.
With the beautiful blue eyes.
Did you ever make love to him while you were on the job?
Hell no.
No, he never threw you up on the copy machine?
No.
Late at night?
That's not the kind of romance we have.
You're emptying the trash. He gets a gander at you, bent over.
No, it wasn't that.
It wasn't
was just our personalities.
In 2005, when you retire, will you admit that this happened?
No.
Janie
it didn't happen.
Janie was my liaison to the black community. She was the person who came in and told me what was going on with the blacks.
What is going on with the blacks?
Yeah, what's going on with the blacks these
I don't
days?
know what's going on with anyone.
Really?
Only myself. And still, I only know what happened with me.
Maybe Janie crossed over when she doesn't get any information when she hooked up with the White Devil.
Bull, Robin.
Traitor.
What do you think my family are? I'm still in my family and my kids.
You know what Janie's big talent was? She was the only person who could interpret James Brown. She really could interpret him well. She knew everything he said.
We used to bring Janie in whenever James Brown came on.
or Sly from Sly and the Family Stone.
No, not him. It's the boxer.
Oh, Leon Spinks.
Yeah.
You understood him perfectly.
Almost.
Yeah.
Until it was something got down the road, but he was talking about a girl instead of something down the road.
The only thing that looks different about you is you let your hair go gray.
Hey, the chemicals, no. With my family history, I'm not going to do anything with the chemicals.
What is your family history?
It's cancer.
Cancer.
And hair dye has been found?
Hair cancer.
I just don't want to get, I don't like the...
Did the
it gives me a headache.
Did the LeCues die of hair cancer?
No, I'm not a LeCue.
Oh.
That's my marriage name.
I see.
Yeah, okay. I married a LeCue, okay?
Oh, I see.
And now I'm married to a bonar.
You're married to a bonar?
Isn't dead.
Wait a minute, somebody died on a tractor or something, didn't he?
It wasn't. He got hit by a tree.
You know, every time Robin asks her a question, the answer's Jimmy.
Yeah, I know. I was
Jimmy. I can't even see Robin.
Why is that happening?
Where's Robin?
I'm over here, Jimmy.
I swear, I just had a moment. I was worried she was blind. I'm not kidding.
Yeah?
I just had a moment. I thought, oh, crap, she's blind, and I don't realize.
Janie, look at me.
I've been looking at you for the longest time.
She likes to look at white people. That's why she married her husband.
I remember one guy you married got hit by a tree.
Yeah, that was my first husband.
Well, how do you get hit by a tree?
Somebody forgot to yell timber, and he didn't know. But it didn't change.
It's true, though. It really is true.
You were married to a lumberjack?
I guess you would call him.
What would you call him? What would you call him? What did he do?
Dead. Pugwood. That was like you cut trees, you cut down the pulp that make the paper and stuff.
Oh.
So it was like, we call it pugwood.
Right.
Pulpwood?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
My favorite thing that Janie used to do, we used to try to get her. What's that seafood you like to eat?
Was it seafood?
Yeah, you like a certain seafood.
Shrimp?
What is that?
Shrimp.
Shrimp.
Hush puppies?
Shrimp. Oh, hush puppies. That's
I mean, you could never say the word shrimp.
Right. I still can't.
You can't.
I can't. When I want to, I can. Right now, it's not that moment that I care to try to, think about what I'm going to say, okay? And take too much time.
You know what?
And it's not me.
Right. It could take forever sometimes saying the word shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
What's that stuff called again?
Shrimp.
Yeah, see? I love that. I love when Janie struggles with that word. Yeah, go ahead.
You know what I loved about Janie? You used to put her on because she was a cleaning lady. She was funny, and then NBC made you put her in the union.
Yes.
And every time Janie spoke, she got paid.
Right.
So Janie had this really cool move. She would come and empty the trash in the middle of the show.
Yeah. Just walk in.
How you doing, Howard? And you had to pay her.
Okay.
NBC would do anything to sabotage my show.
Never any help.
Janie didn't even want any money for coming on the show, whatever it was, and all of a sudden everyone started in, oh, you have Janie on? We got to pay her. Meanwhile, then Imus, of course, had to have everybody in the building on his show once I started doing that, and they never paid them a dime.
No.
I got in more trouble with that. Everybody started hating me because of that. Once your big mouth said I was getting paid, nobody knew I was getting paid. Then you had to announce it.
Well, it bothered me.
And everybody knows.
Well, Janie, I want to thank you for stopping by. You've made my...
You're quite welcome, and I'm so happy that you have turned the big 49. Now you're going for the big 50.
Big 50. Come back and see me again.
And also here, wait a minute, just before, also here to see you, someone who was absolutely in love with you.
Who's that?
Do you remember the person who really fell in love with you while you were doing this show?
That was me.
Besides you, there was one other person who became literally obsessed with you.
Oh, Siobhan?
Siobhan.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Robin. What kind of birthday is this? Oh, there's Siobhan.
Wow. Oh, no.
Siobhan was a woman at one point. You still homeless, dude?
No, we got our building.
You got your building?
He's a squatter.
Yeah, they squatted in some building, and apparently they now own it or something.
Oh, what kind of a country is this?
All right, let me explain who this guy is.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I don't want to touch that.
Right down.
Sit down.
Janie, will you throw this out?
Hey, Janie, as long as you're here, there's a couple of garbage pails.
You clean them.
All right.
I'm not working today, okay?
Siobhan, it still turns my stomach to look at you.
Why, you don't like my beard?
It's, no. When I met you, you were a pre-op transsexual.
I was also completely out of my mind.
Yeah, you were going to have your penis cut off. You had grown breasts. You were taking hormones.
Taking the hormones.
You walked around in a dress and long hair.
Oh, yeah.
And then just about before you were about to get your penis cut off,
I met a girl.
You met a girl.
I might need this. Realized, I might need this thing, you know.
Yeah, so you kept your penis, thank God.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Did they make you go through the counseling to decide whether you were allowed to get your penis cut off or not?
I had started doing that, but
and
it
they were
going to
give you the green light
thing.
Oh, it wasn't then.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
But also, he really was in love with Howard. That's how we first came to know him. He used to write these love letters.
Well, it was real creepy because here's a big guy with big manly hands and feet.
Yeah.
And, like, he's writing love letters to me at my house. He got my home address.
Oh, no.
He was telling Allison that he was going to, like, he couldn't wait for her to die so he could move in and take care of the kids.
Awful things on her.
Yeah, you were really sick.
Well, what do you expect from a mental patient?
Right, you were out of your mind.
Really?
But you're here to say you're normal now?
Yeah, I'm not completely normal. I got 90 cats I live with.
Wow,
you know,
that's sick.
Yeah, he's now an animal or a cat rescue person.
Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, those are the worst kind of people.
Ask Siobhan when was the last time Siobhan had sex with anyone.
Go ahead.
10 years ago.
Oh. Well, I thought you met a woman.
No, that was like brief. That was lasted like
you might as well get your
2
penis
weeks.
cut off.
And when do you sleep with 90 cats?
Do it.
You know who's...
I got all the pussy in the world, you know.
Yes, you do. But why no women? Are you unable to perform?
No, it seems I just can't seem to find anyone who likes me.
Is that because you don't work for and don't make any money and you squat in a building?
That could have something to do with it.
Yeah,
I mean, but that speaks poorly of women in this country.
Why not get a job? Look at Janie, hard-working woman, cleans.
Well, I'm on disability. I had 2 back operations. I got arthritis. It's like...
Oh, you're fine. Right. Please, you walked in here just fine. Back up, Mr. Back Up.
Robert Plant's boots, carrying a big bag.
What would you consider your sexuality? Are you heterosexual or?
I like cats more than I like humans, but I like out of humans I would prefer female.
Really?
Right?
Have you been with some dudes?
Yeah, back then I was. And they were really boring.
There was... have you met Jimmy
with something I already got, you know?
There was a special night I had with Siobhan once that was very frightening.
Oh, yeah?
Where we, for some reason, he ended up sleeping over Jackie's house and I did. And I was asleep at 2 in the morning. And you know when you feel a presence, Jimmy? I look up and Siobhan was staring at me and wanted to kiss me.
No.
A chair like a lion.
The voices in my head insisted that I go see Gary that night.
Jackie thought Siobhan was a good guy, and, of course, Siobhan went through his Rolodex, got my home address, and then Nancy became Siobhan's best friend.
Right. They were hanging out.
Yeah, that was a good idea.
She was my confidant. She was giving me fashion tips and everything.
Let me get this straight. So what you did is you squatted an apartment that someone else owned.
And a building, a whole building.
Successfully squatted it, so then you can't be moved out of it. And then you moved 90 cats into this place?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we're living in a real great country. This is really great.
He essentially moved into a building that he has no ownership over, and now he just wore them down, and they gave it to him.
Yeah. Well, it was a group effort. It wasn't just me.
It was you and the cats.
Yeah, me and the cats and like 19 assorted.
And you have your own apartment now?
Yeah.
You don't share it with anyone?
Just the cats.
Just the cats.
How big is this apartment with 90 cats?
It's like about 2 studios side by side.
Wow.
Imagine the smell. Imagine.
Imagine what's going on
I
in there.
Clorox it pretty frequently.
Janie, as a cleaning person, how would you approach an apartment like that?
90 cats, yeah. To me, it would be quarantine.
Quarantine, yeah.
I love cats. I love animals, but that's just
move them all over to one side, clean one side completely top to bottom. Then
all right, this is fascinating, Siobhan. I can't tell you how great.
I just wanted him.
Wow, what a birthday celebration!
His love for you.
You're not in love with me anymore?
Not that way.
Yeah. And what about your boobs? Did they reduce in size? Do you have normal breasts?
I've got kind of man titties.
Really? Nice.
They're not too bad though. I mean, they're I've lost weight up there.
I see. All right. Well, there you go. Listen, Siobhan and Janie, thank you so much. This walk down memory lane is chilling. Janie, always good to see you. Siobhan?
Good to see you too, Howard.
Thank you for stopping and stalking me, Siobhan.
You don't have to worry.
I'm doing great.
All right. On our phone now is Dick Clark.
Oh, my goodness. Joining the jamboree.
Yeah, joining the fun is Dick Clark, who I guess wants to promote the American Music Awards, Bye, Janie.
Enjoy the shrimp scampi.
I have a good story about this American Music Awards.
Oh, yeah?
What do you know? You want to wait till we get Dick on the phone?
Yeah, why don't we wait till we get Dick on the phone?
All right, hold on.
Okay. I'll tell it now while we're waiting for me. You have him?
I got him on, but you go ahead, tell it.
So, we're trying to have Eminem as the first guest on the show, right? And went through this whole process, and really it seemed like and then at the last minute, like, oh no, we told Eminem that he has all of January and all of February off, so he's not doing anything. He can't do anything.
Wow.
He's on the American Music Awards.
Dick, how did you get Eminem to do it?
I did.
You didn't?
As far as I know, I don't think he's going to show.
Oh,
really?
Well, good. That'll make me feel better.
You know Jimmy Kimmel?
He's really isolated himself. He's going to take 2-3 months off and do nothing.
So he got the same story, Jimmy. You're
yeah.
all right.
All right. Well, that's good, because I saw a promo or something like that, and I felt bad.
Yeah, if Dick Clark can't get Eminem. Eminem, you got to get over himself and just show up on Dick's show. Dick can do a lot for him.
Yeah, right.
Just laughing in his mansion.
You could turn him into a big star, this Eminem.
Yeah, you could get him a career.
Get him in a movie or something.
So, Dick, who's on the American Music Awards? Your big show tonight.
Oh, boy, we've got the world. We got 14 acts live. Tim McGraw, Elton John, Matchbox 20, Christina Aguilera, B2K, Kenny Chesney, Ja Rule, Bobby Brown, Mariah Carey, Nickelback, Shania Twain, Kelly Osbourne, Toby Keith, Willie Nelson, and Missy Elliott.
When you say Mariah Carey, is she going to perform?
Oh, absolutely.
I got nothing on my show.
God, you have nothing.
Rattled on.
Mariah's going to be there with like a cast of 60. She's got a chorus and an orchestra. It's a huge production.
Yeah, how crazy is she?
She's fine.
Yeah,
you know what? We almost had her for this show today, and then she backed out.
Oh, you're kidding.
No.
Instead, they got great.
I was really planning. Then I can only get Janie and Siobhan.
Yeah, you know what? Don't even tell me that. Really? What happened? Like you reached out?
We reached out, and Steve was working on it, and I don't know. I mean, she was almost in, and then something happened.
If she had come on, it would have changed everything in her career.
I thought it would have been great for her.
It would have been great. It would have been great.
It still could be. The show's not over.
Right, yeah, because
she could still walk in.
She can't say shrimp either. That would have been funny.
Yeah, she has trouble with that word. Dick, what's happening now?
But Mariah can't say shrimp?
No, she can't. Have her say shrimp on the American Music Awards.
Shrimp.
Who was it? Christina Aguilera? She's going to be near naked? Have you seen her number yet?
I've seen her rehearse. She had clothes on the last I saw.
What do you think of her body, huh?
Oh, she's got a great set of pipes.
Do you think that she'll show her little ass tonight?
I don't know. But
don't you demand that? You need ratings.
Yeah.
No. We talk a lot about it. We say Christina Aguilera will be there with or without clothes, throughout that little teaser. But I think she's going to be appropriately garbed.
Hey, you know what
I want to keep your eye on is Shania Twain. We're doing something with Shania visually that, as far as I know, has never been done at the Shrine Auditorium.
What, lap dances for the whole audience?
No. I can't tell you, Howard, what it is like the Butler did it sort of comment, but you got to watch it. It's really impressive.
I'll tell you what, Dick Clark has done some amazing things over the years. When the Grammys were going to get Michael Jackson, Dick Clark had Michael Jackson quarantined, for Christ's sake. I mean, it was unbelievable. He put a lot of pressure. I mean, the guy's a major player.
Oh, yeah.
The biggest problem I got, guys, and I turn to you, as this little craziness you do every morning, falling off like a log. I got the Osbournes are hosting this thing, and it's going to be a mess.
Of course it's going to be a mess. No one understands Ozzy.
Ozzy will say,
are you going to have Ozzy read off cards, or are you going to let him just free...
There are going to be no cards. Sharon said to me over the weekend while we were rehearsing, he said, dear boy, don't worry. Just tell us how much time we've got. It'll be perfect all right on the night. I'm saying, oh, my God, help.
I wonder if there's too much Osbournes. Like, they ought to, like...
I think they're about to get to that overexposed point.
They got to be careful with that, because this is very legitimate to host the American Music Awards. You know what I mean?
Not anymore.
Evidently not.
Yeah.
You know what I can't believe about Dick Clark? That show of his is still on the air. The View.
The Men View.
I gave that a week.
Oh, yeah. Is that...
Howard, don't you know what they're doing?
What?
No.
We're holding that time period for somebody else.
Oh, you're kidding.
They are getting they got no eyes to renew that show.
Oh, that makes sense to me. It's like, how the hell?
Who cares what Danny Bonaducci thinks?
No.
They renewed it for another year, and I said, wow, this is a miracle. And then several stations dropped it. They put it back on. If this thing stays alive, it'll be a minor miracle.
Why? Is it failing miserably?
It's not doing all that well. It's hanging by a thread.
I know, because I watch. I go, who the hell's watching this thing?
I've never gotten through one show.
No. As you know, in its defense, in some markets, gone through the roof.
Really?
But in some markets on doggy stations, it did pretty well in New York at noon, and then suddenly they put something else on.
Yeah, I could not believe...
They do that all the time.
And I said, man, Dick Clark's got the touch of he's got the Midas touch.
Hey, I don't produce this one. I'm just a hired hand.
No, I understand that. But I'm just saying, I was like, Mike, I was in the gym the other day. I look over on the TV. I go, man, who the hell is watching this show? They were doing some weird judge thing in court, in a fake courtroom.
Oh, the love court.
Yeah, the love court. And I went, what the? I go, what's going on in America? I go,
you've lost your sense of humor, Howard.
Oh. Yeah. No, I haven't.
He still has it. That's the problem.
I heard a story.
By the way, I'm glad the show failed. I mean, I am.
That shouldn't be popular.
Yeah, that should not be popular. You know it, and I know it.
No. Well, I'm just speaking to you frankly. I think it probably has a chance of survival, but at the moment it's been battered.
Yeah, I mean, if you four guys were at a party, I would run away from you.
Right. In fact, you wouldn't go to that party.
I like Dick. I won't go to a party with Danny Bonaducci and that other guy on there, Mario Cantone, or whatever it is.
Or whatever it is.
Mario Lopez. Mario Lopez. Every woman in the world is in love with this guy.
So why does Howard need to be at a party with him?
But Dick Clark, I got a lot of respect for. I would go to a party with Dick, but not with those other guys.
I heard something about Dick. Perhaps you can confirm or deny this. Dick is notoriously tight with the money. Is that true?
That is true.
That's true. I heard that what Dick will do as a regular practice, and I don't know that this is true, but is he'll buy a coach plane ticket and then show up at the airport. And when he gets to the line, he'll go in the first class line, and they'll say, we have you in coach. He'll go, well, I'm not in coach. And they'll go, oh, of course he must not be in coach. He's Dick Clark. And then they'll bump you up.
Dick, any truth to that?
True?
That's an urban myth.
Is it?
It's true.
You've heard it before?
I've flown enough miles, so I get a lot of free miles, and everybody else usually pays for it anyway.
Now, Dick runs a production company like nobody does. I mean, he watches the bottom line. And what he'll do is he'll snap up a whole bunch of good shows. He'll pitch them, and if the networks pick them up, he produces them quickly and efficiently and well. I mean, the guy's got a good business.
And does he have something to do with that American Dreams that's now on NBC?
Yeah, Robin, I'm glad you mentioned that one.
Because that's getting a lot of critical acclaim.
Yeah, and it's hanging in real good on a Sunday night. NBC hasn't had numbers like that in the last 10 years.
Hey, Dick, there's a dude on the phone says he hates you. I got to find out why someone would hate you.
Oh, boy.
Hold on. Let's see, though. Why would you hate the guy? Maybe because he's filthy rich, but, Ed, why do you hate Dick Clark?
Oh, he's just a loser. Retire already, please.
Well, why, though? He's successful.
What?
Oh, you always see his face on the New Year's Eve. Please give it up, because let me tell you, he adds nothing to the show.
All right.
I tried to watch it with my wife. I said, this guy, he has nothing. He didn't even know who the stars are. He's stuttering over his own. Do you even rehearse? Do you prepare during the year, Dick?
Dick, do you rehearse the show?
Is this a real phone call, Howard? Or
Yeah.
No, it really is. I can't. You know what? He's such a phony. Even on that blooper show, all his laughs are fake and phony. We see right through that.
Dick, what about that? Are you a phony?
I have a feeling, Howard, that this is a fake phone call.
Because no one can hate Dick Clark.
Brother. No, it's. I can't stand you.
Actually,
that's terrific.
That was Chubby Checker.
Hey, let me tell you, sir, about New Year's. Remember the year I called you when you had your pay-per-view New Year's?
Yes.
And you were promoting the Daylight Zone. I called, Howard, give me a break. And you were kind enough to put me on the air. Well, Fox for years has been, talking about doing a New Year's Eve show, and they finally did one with Ryan Seacrest this year.
Right.
And we got the numbers in. We beat Jay Leno 2-1, Letterman 3-1, and Fox 5-1.
Well, there you go. I mean, how can you argue with success? I mean, seriously, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just...
you toppled the mighty Ryan Seacrest.
It's amazing when you can beat a Ryan Seacrest. A talent like Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah.
You got to be proud. I mean, really, Dick.
You don't throw a Ryan Seacrest at a Dick Clark. Is what we're saying.
But Robin, the fun part is...
You showed him.
The fun part is, while I'm in New York getting ready for the show, the Post, which is owned by Fox, is all over the papers with, a challenge has arisen. Carson Daly and Ryan Seacrest will take on the old dog.
Well, hey, the old dog showed them.
Brother, here it comes again.
The old dog showed them. Hey, Dick, I wish you luck tonight with the American Music Awards. I will watch it.
We'll be watching.
Tonight at 8 o'clock on ABC. You say Shania Twain's going to be near naked. I'll watch that. Say Christina Aguilera. Listen, man, tonight's the night of Poontang. You got Christina Aguilera. I know you're going to get her half naked.
You got Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey's going to... How is she? Still chubby or she's lost weight?
She looks great. I got Justin Timberlake seated about 6 seats away from Britney Spears, so God knows what that'll bring.
There's going to be some drama there, the two of them?
Might be a little drama.
I'm sure it'll be wild.
Poor Dick. Guy has to sit there and worry about Justin Timberlake.
Oh, please, have them present together. Give me a break.
You know what you ought to do? Dick, here's an idea, programming idea.
Yeah?
Tonight, have Shania Twain use a strap-on Justin Timberlake. What do you think of that?
Not that.
Why don't you work with me? We'll co-produce.
I don't think that's going to fly, but watch the Ja Rule Bobby Brown performance.
Strap-on?
I ain't saying nothing, Howard.
Really? Look at you.
We have a little something for everybody, including you, Howard.
All right, brother. All right. Go ahead, Dick Clark. You deserve it, man. You deserve success. You work hard.
Thank you guys very much. Thank you, Robin.
All right, later.
Easy.
Wow, big announcement. Ja Rule's going to bang Bobby Brown.
And Shania Twain's going to use a strap-on Justin Timberlake.
He is an innovator, that
What a show.
How insecure that weeks after New Year's, you're still, like, boasting about being Ryan Seacrest.
You know what?
He's Dick Clark. He shouldn't have to boast about anything anymore.
Yeah, he's done it all. I mean, the guy's a billionaire. Yeah. He owns all of television in Mexico or something like that.
Cable rights.
The cable rights to Mexico. And yet he's like, think about that. He's happy he beat Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah. But could you imagine you're Dick Clark, you're an 80-year-old billionaire, and you're going, Justin and Britney are just a few seats away from each other. Guys, isn't that great?
It could get crazy.
It's going to get nuts.
And if it does get crazy, we'll cut to commercial.
Right.
Exactly.
Anything spontaneous, that's gone. I don't understand how he's still in the game. Like, what motivates him? He's got more money.
He won't stop.
He won't stop.
Howard, I told you, he owns a restaurant in Philadelphia, and I did an appearance next door to his restaurant. The guy says that, like, Dick Clark comes in every couple of months and, like, redoes the menu. Yeah. You know, like, takes the food and redoes it. He's hands on everything.
Amazing. Well, you know, a person just walked in who should have been here during that conversation. Here to say happy birthday to you this morning is Carson Daly.
Really?
There you go. Wow. Oh, that could have been good. Get Dick back on the phone.
Right.
I'm trying to go to commercial break.
Oh, no. You should have told me.
Jimmy, you're friends with Carson, aren't you?
Yeah.
You know Carson?
Yeah, I know Carson. I met Carson. Come on, Carson, sit down. What's the matter with you?
We can go to commercial break while he's here.
All right, well, while Carson's here, we'll go to commercial break. Sit down, Carson. What's the matter with you?
What's happening, Holmes?
It's you.
I don't think Carson and I have slept together.
When's that going to happen?
We have? Oh, we have. Wait a minute. We have.
Jimmy, aren't you his mentor or something? Are you Carson's mentor?
Carson and I did a radio show together in Palm Springs when Carson was, you're 19 and I was 24.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Carson's incredibly successful. Dick Clark.
I just heard him.
You're the new Dick Clark, they say.
No?
No?
That's good for me. Very annoying for Dick Clark, I'm sure.
Hey,
guy.
Carson, who are you dating now? You always date some real good women.
Nobody now.
Really?
Wait a second.
Yeah.
I just saw in the notes, so weren't you dating like the girl that Mike Piazza used to date?
Oh, Jesus.
Rob, you have the notes right in front of you.
Yeah, Alicia Richter?
Show me a picture of her.
You know,
Why do you say no one if you're dating someone?
I'm not dating her. I'm not dating anybody.
You used to
I'm really
date
not.
her.
You should pork her.
Give it to her hard.
Hey, you should give it to her real hard and fast.
He's got quite a list here.
Let me hear the list, starting with...
Yeah, read the list to me, too.
Yeah. Let's start with, what's her name?
Tara Reid.
Tara Reid.
Yeah,
you were going to, marry her.
Yeah.
Dude, what were you thinking?
I don't know.
You can do better than her.
Jimmy was going to be my best man.
Is that right?
Yeah.
In fact, when he came on my NBC show on Last Call, that was funny. When I wanted him to do the toast that never happened at my wedding.
I did give the toast.
Hey, Carson, for real, who dumped who in that relationship?
She, I think, more or less kind of dumped me, I think. You know, it's hard to say because we were so close to the wedding. We had all the plans.
Hey, Howard?
Yeah?
Again, I think I remember a quote from Carson saying that he sort of found out he was dumped for sure by listening to her talking about it in a clip on our show.
No, that was Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh.
I forgot about Jennifer. Yeah, that was...
I heard it on this show. I heard you read the news, I think. I'm not kidding.
You're kidding.
You were really in love with Tara Reid?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You know what? She's got a nice body and stuff. But is she annoying?
She's a handful.
A handful, right.
Oh, yeah.
All the partying.
Here you were devastated by the breakup.
I'm okay now, though, Robin.
You got over it quickly.
He seems fine.
You have survived.
Would it have been a tremendous error for you to have married her, you think? I mean...
Yeah, definitely. We were friends, after. We still are. I don't see that much. She runs in a very, very fast lane, Are
you the kind of guy who likes to just hang out at home and relax?
Yeah, I'm more of like a, more of a dive bar kind of guy. And
so how did
you... red carpet and parties. And I really couldn't...
Keep
Plus,
up.
I work. I mean, I get up. I'm working, all day. When she's shooting a movie... she's working in Montreal or something, but when she's not, she just wants to, she's got nothing to do all day.
So what was it? The sex was great?
Oh, yeah, the sex was great. Yeah.
Sex was great. Anal? I think that happened.
I got to tell you, it's very weird for me right now that Carson and I are on the show with you together on the radio.
Why is that?
Because we did a show together for a year and a half, and it's just I mean
what's great is hearing you with him, because the way that Howard makes you feel, and every guest, the way I feel right now with Howard is how you made me feel.
But I would listen to you from L.A. in Palm Springs. I could barely get reception, and it was only on a certain street. And if I hit that spot where I could hear you, and you're in a commercial break, the whole day was ruined.
True.
Really?
And then I'd come and I'd talk about my penis and stuff just like you did.
True.
And Carson would be embarrassed. And
perfect.
Show.
So what happened with Jennifer Love Hewitt?
What happened to the anal with Tara Reid?
Yeah. We're back here. I thought you said we had to go to break.
We kind of do, but I'm fascinated.
Those were, I don't know. It's just like what happened to all of our relationships.
When we come
in this
back,
room.
I'll tell you some good embarrassing stories about Carson and sex.
All right.
Give me one right now.
Carson had never masturbated when I met him.
What?
And then he met you and he started.
Well, no, even through our entire year and a half on the radio, he had not masturbated.
Is that true?
Yeah, no, that's true.
You had never tried it in your life?
No.
Are you a religious guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, like what are you, like a Jesus freak, right?
No, you call me a Jesus freak all the time.
Yeah, but I'm
not. No.
You're into Jesus Christ. You're not a Jew, right?
No, I'm Catholic.
You're Catholic?
Yeah.
So you're a big Jesus guy.
Yeah, but I'm not like a Jesus freak.
Listen, I'm Catholic, too. Nobody thinks of me as a Jesus freak.
No one thinks of you as a Jesus freak at all. No, but you're a very religious guy, so you wouldn't even perform anal on a chick.
No, that's not true.
But you would never touch yourself out of, like...
No, it had nothing to do with the religion. I just was... what Jimmy's talking about, I was just a late bloomer, I guess.
But when you were a little kid, you never touched it and said, oh, that feels good?
No, not that I can remember. Not at all.
And so Jimmy guilted you into pleasuring yourself?
Jimmy's guilted me into many
things.
This
is the topic of every show, really, for all 4 hours of the program, was me trying to convince him he should masturbate.
I used to log all of our breaks. You used to make me write down
crazy?
that topic.
Why,
But why wouldn't you?
Like a scumbag.
But was it a moral thing? Like you were like, hey, I just don't think I should save myself?
No, I was trying. I mean, as soon as, Jimmy reminded me that there is masturbation, I quickly learned how.
Wow. So what age were you when you first tried it?
It must have been, 18, 19.
Yeah, right about that.
Yeah. Wow. I've more than made up for it, though, by now.
But I'm wondering about the first time. What did you do? I mean, where did you go?
Well, I was there to guide him through the whole thing.
Okay, Jimmy will coach you for the right amount of money.
I'm very good at it.
All right.
Happy birthday, Howard.
Thank you. Carson, here's what you need to do, all right? Pull up your pants. All right, that's it. No, too fast. Too fast.
Nice. Did he tell you what supplies to get, what you need to have on hand?
You don't want to get a headache.
Just keep it simple.
Yeah, check your urethra.
Yeah, I need a smaller urethra for this one.
All right, Carson Daly with us, Jimmy Kimmel. You got to be out of here? Or you going to hang it? You have
Congratulations on the show, Jimmy, by the way.
Thank you.
You have a window of opportunity?
I'm supposed to go tape something, but I'm going to hang out.
Hang out for a few minutes. All right.
Jimmy's supposed to tape something with some of the Sopranos. They're just going to have to wait for him. They're sitting in a hotel waiting for him.
Yeah, we'll tell them to wait because I want to hear Carson's stories.
Right.
And I really am excited you're here, Carson. I want to talk to you about... we answered the anal question.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here. It's been a long time in coming.
We're going to be back right after these words.
Yo, what's the deal? It's Ja Rule. Happy 49th birthday, Howard Stern. Holla. Ain't his love.
Hey, this is Jack Black. I want to wish Howard a happy 49th. Dude, live it up. The 50s are going to suck. Probably.
Hello, I'm Johnny Knoxville. I want to wish Howard Stern a happy 49th birthday. Hoping his prostate is in excellent shape.
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes with a little bit of and a little bit of I am one happy Nelly. You know, I have 5 Grammy nominations, so happy birthday from Nellyville. And Howard, if you have any weight with the Grammy voting committee, remember to tell them to vote for Nelly, or I will hunt you down and pistol whip you. Have a great day. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you, Nelly. I wonder if that was Nelly.
Dell Computer Kid.
It was the Dell Computer Kid, that's right. More Hot 25 on E! tonight. Check it out. Tonight is number 5. Tabitha Stevens spins the wheel of sex.
Oh, that's a good one.
See her fake an orgasm, then get on all fours and bark like a dog. That's good television. That's tonight on E!
See me and Benji stare.
Jimmy Kimmel's supposed to be He's supposed to be gone and shooting a bit for his new ABC show.
Yeah.
But Jimmy wants to be here to help me interview Carson Daly because they know each other personally.
This is much more fun than Jimmy's show.
And I can see how terrified Carson is.
It's frightening. I mean,
why be terrified?
I'm a big fan of your show, Howard. I always have.
Thank you. You've told me that.
And I have never had the courage really to come on because I know that when there's guests here that I'm annoyed when they come on and skirt around issues and they don't answer the questions. Your best guests are the ones that are honest.
Absolutely. That's why
my life now.
Well, that's why I repeat that Tara Reid and you have anal. Be a good guest and tell us. Or is that not your thing?
I don't care. I just don't think. I know we tried. I don't know if we were successful at it.
I would think a girl like that could handle it.
Yeah, she's a little girl.
She is a little girl.
Does he mind now reading about who she's with lately?
Yeah, I actually enjoy it. I find it very humorous.
Why do you laugh at the guys and go, well, they'll learn?
It's kind of funny, you know.
Yeah, she's very intense and very.
And she moves quickly through. You lasted a long time with her compared to these other guys.
Yeah.
Way to go. And does she embarrass you now?
Well, you know what it is? She's in the new NSYNC, the kid that she was going out with JC in the video, which I didn't even realize. I was doing TRL the other day, and I came out of the video. That's been the big issue is that these ex-girlfriends end up going out with these other musicians and stuff, and they have videos that end up on my show.
Yeah.
And I have to play
Most
them.
people don't have to deal with that. Uh-oh, here comes Stuttering John.
Hey, Carson, I heard Tara Reid, after she broke up with you, then she had to do your show, right, to promote something?
Yeah, American Pie 2.
And that was really uncomfortable, right?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So what? We say Jimmy's show should be Sarah Silverman and his ex-wife.
New co-host.
You realize how big that would be if you did that after the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
You got me staying up.
Do you think your ex-wife would go on?
I don't know. I don't know if she'd be up for that.
Oh, just even her, to discuss the dissolution of the marriage.
Yeah, great.
That would be so fun.
Look, if the show is successful, she gets more.
That's right.
On the first show, you should tell your kids you're dating Sarah.
Oh, that is a show. We learned before the commercial.
Let's get back to Carson.
Yeah, let's not.
We learned that you learned to masturbate from Jimmy.
Well, I didn't even learn, but I encouraged him to start masturbating.
Because you said, well, why not touch yourself?
Yeah, why not? It's there. It's free.
Well, you were asking whether it was a religious thing. Well, now I see that Carson wanted to be a priest when he was in high school.
I also wanted... People misunderstand. Yeah. Anybody who was an altar boy want, unless they're molested, at some point in your life, you may not consider it seriously, but the thought crosses your mind, maybe you might want to be a priest. I definitely had it.
You had a thought to be a priest, and then you started sleeping with Adam Carolla in the same bed. So Carson, let's go through your other conquests, because there have been many, and a lot of guys like to hear about this.
Well, the reason he got into trouble with us is, remember, we read that article where he said that Jennifer Love Hewitt was, like, given to him by God.
Right.
That
pissed me off.
See, Howard, that's my favorite.
Religious.
Yeah, that pissed me off.
I know, I was listening at that.
Yeah, that got me angry.
And I don't know where that came from. That is ridiculous.
Look, I would have thought
and there was another quote that I prayed before the Marilyn Manson interview or something like that. And it's ridiculous where this stuff comes from.
So what about that, though? Did Jennifer Love Hewitt's a good catch? I would think she's great.
She was a nice girl, yeah.
What went wrong there?
I don't know. I need to call her.
Find out what you did wrong?
We were, we were just young, and it was, I was just kind of getting involved. It just started at MTV. And
when did you get her? After Tara Reid or before?
No, before.
That was
you were on some roll.
Yeah, before I was. Yeah.
So you were like out of your mind, like, man, this is great.
That's just it. I mean, I wanted to play professional golf. You have to remember, I'm not one of those guys that like auditioned, to be here.
No, I understand that.
So, I was when I started dating Jennifer, and the gig at MTV started to kind of kick in. And
why the sad music? This is happy.
Yeah.
Fred, you're off.
Tragedy.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, the pressure. He has regret.
Oh, he has regret. Okay.
Hey, Howard, Jennifer is so super hot. She's like one of my like top 10 hottest chicks.
Oh, she'll be excited to hear that.
Yeah. Is she good in bed, Jennifer? And and did she give you anal as well?
No anal there.
There's no anal there. No.
Is she good in bed? Because she seems a little uptight.
I'm trying to remember.
When did you first see her naked? Like, how long does it take you to get a Jennifer Love Hewitt in bed?
I don't. At the time, did you even know who was good in bed and who wasn't? Really, at the time, just
when a chick was that good,
sex?
How bad could she be?
Yeah, really. Right, yeah. I think that was just so infatuated.
But do you do a whole courtship, or do you move pretty quick?
Things have changed drastically since then in my life. But that was more of we went out for like a year and a half or something. I used to fly out to L.A. every Friday night.
Is that right?
And then come back every Sunday night for about 8 months.
I do that.
But I have to ask.
Yeah.
Her breasts are real?
Whoa. Yeah.
Get out of here.
John, please.
She always said they were real.
Her breasts are real?
Yeah, that just put her to a 12.
It's like Christmas morning.
Yes.
Oh. Wow.
You are so lucky, man.
I'm kind of shocked.
But you have to ask, if he wasn't masturbating until the
Didn't need to.
18, maybe he was, were you just getting it all the time?
No, not at all.
No,
not at all.
When did you lose your virginity?
No.
Let me tell you, when we worked at the little radio station in Palm Springs together, and all the sales girls were in love with Carson. I mean, it was like, they wanted to give him a ride to his house and stuff, and he didn't, he was nervous and he didn't know what was going on. He was much younger.
Nervous?
He was 19 years old.
What are you nervous about?
I don't know. I was, I was.
You were 17, actually. And
I was a late bloomer. I was
17. You hadn't gotten laid.
Women, there were adult women like preying on him. It was a weird thing,
17. You still hadn't done it?
Yeah, no, I think I had when I was 17.
17.
Yeah.
So Jennifer Love Hewitt was like one of your first.
Well, that was much later. Yeah.
How long did it take you to get her to bed? Like, do you have to wait a week or you have to wait a month?
Oh, are we on the air now?
No.
I thought we were commercial.
Just us.
No, we did a long courtship is what I'm asking.
I really don't remember.
You remember
it was a normal,
So you don't rush?
We were dated. No, we weren't in a rush, and I really liked her a lot. I mean, I really did. I wasn't just trying to bang her or it was nothing like that.
It was rumored you dated Christina Aguilera.
That was a good rumor, that one.
Not true? Not true?
I like that one a lot. No, we're friends, and we've gone out, and
You've gone out with her?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
I'd love to bang her.
Dating.
I would love to bang her. Did you bang her?
No, we didn't have sex.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no.
You're lying. I know you're lying.
Should we, hold him down and torture him to get the truth?
You're becoming one of those bad interviews. You better fess up.
On this topic, I know.
No, there was no love between the two of you? I don't mean
No, of course not. No, she was fine. I mean, the minute she came to MTV, I think we kind of had some chemistry, and, she was a fun girl.
She's good looking.
Yeah. Did she give you oral?
No, Howard, come on.
And he was there that day with the Mariah Carey meltdown, right?
Yeah. What happened? She whipped off her top in front of you.
I don't. She wasn't booked that day on the show, and she just came out, and she was pushing an ice cream cart, and she said, "I got a gift for you," and she just took off her. When she comes to MTV, she's very particular in the sense that she's got to have her
ice
lighting
cream carts,
and what I mean. Yeah. She doesn't just walk out anyway.
In fact, you allowed me to come to one of the tapings when she was there one time,
that's right,
and it was a whole. It had to be all planned and everything.
We had soft lights on the camera so that she looks, good at her best. But this time she just whipped out. And started giving ice cream out to her. Really, it was like I was on Letterman the next night, actually, talking about it, and it was like watching the pop star unravel.
Did you know something was wrong? Like when you looked in her eyes and said nobody's home?
Definitely. Well, I talked to her, back. She's a friend, so I was talking with her, and she was, so she was very overworked. She was visibly.
She really
right. She's been selling ice cream for like every day, all
tough
summer.
Job.
Yeah. She's a good
all right,
humor,
bring
girl.
in my stack of Bibles. I'm going to put there's a stack of Bibles here. Carson, I want you to, because you're religious, put your hand on the Bible. Put your hand on the Bible and answer the following question: Did you have sex with Christina Aguilera?
No.
All right.
Raise your right hand.
It also says that he's dating Jamie Presley.
Wait a second. Put your hand back on the Bible.
I love JetBlue.
Put your hand on... Did you...
No, I did not sleep with Jamie Presley.
Did you use your salami on Jamie Presley?
No.
You did not?
No.
Wait. Those are encyclopedias.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you... Tongue kiss?
Come on.
Christina Aguilera. You did, you bastard.
Wow. Tongue kissing a Mexican chick. That's great.
Oh, that's hot.
Imagine being so good looking that you forget whether you kissed that
Right,
Christina
he
Aguilera.
has trouble remembering these stories.
But I still have a job at MTV. I mean,
so what?
I really can't just go.
Get rid of it.
You have to understand, that there's no, screaming kids, and I don't play music videos. It's nice to kind of sit down and talk to people, and I'm having a good time with it.
You are?
Yeah, I have a lot to learn, though.
Well, how soon do you think...
I'm more worried about Jimmy, actually.
Yeah, how soon do you think Jimmy Show...
well, you should be.
How soon do you think Jimmy Show will be canceled?
I don't. I really don't. The only thing that worries me, I think, is just the fact that how many people watch, like Leno, and the fact that he does so well and beats Letterman is mind-boggling to me. So as funny as Jimmy Show's going to be, I'm worried about, Middle America just, not getting it.
Oh, they'll get it.
We'll see.
Yeah. I think you'll be fine.
They
I really
might
do.
not.
You'll be fine.
Well, we'll see. Everybody's so convinced except for me.
What is it, Carrie?
Carolyn? It's actually Carolyn.
Yes.
I just wanted to tell a funny story about Tara Reid in Miami.
Oh, great. Add it to the list. I'll tell mine, then you go.
What did you say?
Well, anyway, I was shocked.
Let me guess, she was drunk.
You know what? Not even drunk, just disgusting. And I was actually shocked. I was like, is this how... I was with a group of people, and she was everywhere. I guess that kid JC or Kit, whatever his name is. And I was there 6 nights. Every single night. She had to be...
All right, who cares?
There's no story.
There's no
She
story.
was there every night with her boyfriend.
Okay. Hey, so why did you trash Leno in an interview recently?
Trash Leno?
That was me, I think.
Oh, Jimmy did it?
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
I've been guilty of that.
What's going on? Are you getting, competitive?
I was just joking. No, I was just joking. They asked me what the show's going to be like. I said it would be a comedy version of The Tonight Show.
Oh, that's a good line. That's funny. You got to do that. And what did you think about the first time you pleasured yourself, Carson, after Jimmy told you to masturbate? What did you think about it?
You know what's funny is that I was actually at home in Palm Springs where Jimmy and I were doing the radio show, and I was watching the movie Alive.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Where they ate dead people?
Yeah.
Where they eat the people?
Yeah, cannibalism.
Nice.
I was pleasuring myself out when the movie was on. But
you waited till it was over.
Watching the movie, and then...
and you decided there was so much more to live for?
I popped on some porn.
Life is too short.
Yeah, exactly.
How appropriate. Palm Springs, too.
Yeah.
And what about... TRL, you've never banged any of the girls who come down to the show, the young girls?
No, God, no. Howard, they're,
You've never done that?
No, of course not. They're kids.
All right, now here's a picture of the girl you're currently dating.
I'm not dating anybody.
He claims not to be dating.
Let me see, because I don't know about
Who is Alicia Richter?
She's a friend, yeah.
Oh, she's naked.
She used to be on Conan.
Look at her.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Is that your girl?
She's cool.
Have you dated her?
No,
You
don't know this girl.
I know. Of course I know her. She's a friend, yeah.
She used to be on Conan.
Alicia Richter controls the universe.
Alicia Richter.
You don't recognize those nipples?
Yes.
All right, listen, boys.
He also caddied for OJ.
Yeah, what is that about?
Yeah.
What do you mean you caddied for OJ?
Well, he was a good friend of my family. So I grew up in L.A. playing golf at Riviera. I actually played in the group behind him the day before the murder.
I remember I was at a concert. Carson came and joined me. It was the day before the murder. And he goes, "Hey, guess who I had lunch with today?" He said, O.J. I was like, "Oh, cool, O.J. Simpson. How about that?" And then the next day.
Next day, yeah. Did he give you any indication that he was going to kill his wife that night?
No. He did say the one thing, though.
Actually, I think I did speak with the police about it because they wanted to talk to everybody that was around him, 48 hours around the murder.
Because it really helped the investigation.
I think he got into a fight on the golf course, a verbal match with one of the guys. Did he
throw water on the guy's lap? So did O.J. have a bad game that day?
No, he didn't.
I remember exactly what you told me. You said that he was walking through the lunchroom and somebody yelled, "How's the love life, O.J.?" And he said, "You know Nicole's the only woman for me."
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was his statement.
That was the statement.
What does that mean?
Yeah, because everyone knew Nicole.
Well, they did. Sense. They all knew her there. It's his golf club.
Yeah, but they weren't supposed to be together at that time.
You know, it's like a year later, a couple years after the trial, he called... these guys would play in their normal group like Tuesdays and Thursdays. Some regular guys, they were in the letter that he wrote that was read at Robert Kardashian's house. And he said to my golfing buddies, and I was in the card room. They played cards after their game, and he called from jail once to the card room. I remember thinking, that's amazing. The guy is incarcerated. And he knew it was like 10:30 that the fellows would be done playing golf.
Hi, guys.
Hey, fellas. The guy answered the phone. That's Juice. He's on the phone.
Why do you never have O.J. on TRL? I mean, wouldn't he be terrific?
I would love to.
I would love to be on TRL.
I thought about that.
Didn't O.J. just show up at some football practice for Miami or...
No, for USC.
USC, his old team. Yeah. And they honored him there, and they welcomed him. The coach and the players welcomed him to the game. I was shocked by that. I mean, that actually shocks me.
Yeah. Have you talked to him? Are you still keep in touch?
No, hello, Carson.
He killed 2 people.
Hey, say what you want. The guy was a hell of a running back.
Can't argue with that. I mean, All right, listen, let's wish these guys well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, wait. Here.
And happy birthday, Howard.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I don't want to scare you, but I just cut a liner for next year wishing you a happy 50th birthday.
That ain't happening. I'm cutting myself off at 49. George, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, man.
Thanks, brother.
I would just like to tell Carson Daly, me and my friends were in Panama City Beach, Florida last spring break, and Tara Reid was there at the Marriott Villas, and we started talking to her, and we got into a little conversation, and she said that Carson Daly's got a small penis.
Is that bad? Is she going around bad-mouthing you now?
Really? No, she was on your show here.
Saying that?
Yes. No, she doesn't. She wasn't saying anything bad.
Show Howard your penis.
Show us your penis now. Show it to Robin at least, or Jimmy, who enjoys that kind of thing. Yeah. All right, listen. Thank you for coming in here, Carson, Jimmy. Thank you both. Good luck with your shows and your show business careers.
Thank you.
See Jimmy Kimmel on Jimmy Kimmel Live, premiering January 26th after the Super Bowl on ABC and weeknights at 12:05, starting January 27th on ABC. And, of course, you can see Carson on TRL occasionally. Mm-hmm. And then also I guess it's just called the Carson Daly Show. Last Call with Carson Daly.
Right.
What is it? You just can't say the Carson Daly Show, the Jimmy Kimmel Show? It's always got to have a little cute name?
We wanted to say it was live.
You did. That's your statement. Yeah. It's live.
I think Last Call is a good name, though. It's hard to come up with a good name for the show.
Last Call? Just say Carson Daly Show. No?
It's too late.
It's too late now, yeah.
Too late now. All right. Well, anyway, I wish you luck. Thank you for honoring me at my birthday.
Thank you. Yes, it was an honor to be here with Siobhan and Janie.
Yeah, went well, didn't it? And Carson was telling me in the commercials, Christina Aguilera, a little smelly down there.
Oh, stop it.
Let me
say that.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Little pillow talk.
All right, we'll be back right after these words with the news.
Tommy Lee wishing Howard Stern a happy 49th birthday, you old bastard.
Hey, this is Toby McGuire. I just want to wish Howard a happy 49th birthday.
Hi, this is Nikki Sheeler-Ziering. I'm wishing Howard a very, very, very happy birthday.
A lot of people say that you sound like a big jerk-off, but I don't think you sound like a big jerk-off at all. I think you're great. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
When I listen to you, I have a big vibrator between my legs, and I think about you often.
Thank you. Thank you, Paula Zahn. She's hot. She's our big-ass vibrator.
She sounds hot.
Yeah, she sounds hot. Nice to see Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
Carson Daly with his sex stories.
Look at him.
Look at him. Oh.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about some of the people we tried to get to come in for your birthday?
Tony Danza? Did you see him on the People's Choice Awards?
I haven't watched that yet.
Tony Danza was the host. He made Whoopi Goldberg look talented.
He didn't do any of his singing and tap.
Oh, yes, he did.
Oh.
He comes right out. He's dressed as a rapper.
Oh, no.
And he's Italianized. And he raps like the first thing. And then he does a tap dancing number, which he doesn't realize rappers don't tap dance.
Right.
But it's probably the most embarrassing thing I've seen on television since the Chevy Chase show.
Yeah, the Italian ice joke. I'm trying to think of the first time I heard that.
And he's dressed up like an idiot in a sweatsuit with dancers behind him, like a Vegas show. Then he started tap dancing. And he has made a career out of embarrassing himself on TV, and this was the ultimate.
Yeah, little did we know.
He's like one of those guys who tries to do a lot of different things. Like he's an actor, a singer, a dancer. He's on Broadway.
He does it all.
He wants to be like the white Sammy Davis Jr.
Right.
And I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know who hired him for this thing, but...
Yeah, whoever thought he'd be a good host?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was flipping through the channels. I thought it was 1981 for a minute.
Yeah. And he's... Yeah, right?
I mean, yeah. When's the last time he was on something?
I don't know, but he's looking for other opportunities to make a fool out of himself. And if you have an opportunity, please call.
He's open to all suggestions.
A couple of the winners at that show, which is just a fake show just to get people to show up, was Katie Segal, John Ritter for 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Which is Who's the Boss 10 years later. You know?
Yeah.
So John Ritter and Katie Segal are the stars. And that show won an award. Katie Segal. Jennifer Aniston won for Best Actress in a Comedy.
She showed up?
She's one of the few celebrities that showed up. Most celebrities didn't even bother to show up.
And she was limping.
She was walking with a cane. And she never said why she was walking with a cane. She just walked up with a cane. Maybe Brad Pitt's banging her so much she can't walk without it.
She'd have 2 canes if I was dating her.
You know, and I read something in the tabloids this week.
She'd have 2. She'd be a double cane.
She'd have 2 canes.
Oh, she need a walker.
He was banging her in the audience just before she walked up.
Well, I read something this week that she has given him, she's laid down the law that he has to stop walking around the house naked in front of the help.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the article where I said where he has to stop smoking pot so they can have a baby.
No, that was a while ago. Now he's just got to stop walking
Because people who smoke pot never can have a baby.
Yeah, why would you have to
all
stop
those
smoking
pot
weed?
smokers are barren.
Yeah, and Mel Gibson won Best Actor. It's depressing looking at Mel Gibson because he's old now.
You know what? I saw an old movie he did with Diane Keaton not too long ago, and he was beautiful when he was a young man.
Yeah. Now he's going to be doing another Road Warrior movie, and this time he drives a motorized wheelchair through the streets, those dangerous streets. And like I said during the commercial, I said because Casey came in and said, "Did you see what happened with Pete Townsend of The Who?" I said, yeah, he looks at kiddie porn. And
that seemed to not surprise you.
Everyone's like, no way Pete Townsend's into kiddie porn. I'm like, well, why not?
Didn't he say he was a chick a few years ago? I mean...
Well, didn't he say also he was researching...
Right.
Yes, that's what he said. He was looking into child pornography because he may have been molested by a deranged aunt or something.
Oh, there you go.
When he was, so I don't know why you'd have to look at it because of that. But anyway, he also says that he called Scotland Yard and reported it to them before he actually went on the site.
Maybe he said, listen, I'm going to be watching kiddie porn.
And not being excited by it, I promise. Hey,
that's weird.
His quote was, to fight pedophilia, you have to know what's out there.
Sure.
I really don't want that to be true, but it just sounds kind of creepy.
Well, he also said he's into adult pornography his entire life, but he was just researching kiddie porn. And they said, well, why would you research it? He says, well, I'm going for my doctorate of vagina degree from a very famous university.
Yeah. Well, what's kiddie porn got to do with that?
Yeah, but then he pulled out the big guns and said he thinks he may have been sexually abused as a child. He was doing research. Sure. He's not sure. I'm writing my life story and doing research for my book because he has to do research for his life story.
Please.
Once somebody tells you they were molested as a kid, they use that as an excuse for everything.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah, they just pull it out. Like, I was molested. Oh, sorry.
If you're heavy, you were molested.
Sorry, I continue stealing my car. You were molested? Go ahead. Scumbag.
Anyway, you were saying.
So there were a couple people that Robin and I were trying to get for you, some old friends of the show. First, Crackhead Bob. We wanted him just to stop by, do a quick flyby.
He turned us down?
Yeah, he was thinking it over. I told him he wouldn't be a regular on the show again. It was just to stop in for Howard's birthday. But he just, he still loves you, but just didn't think it was a good idea for his health. So
we were so bad for him, apparently.
Yeah,
Hey, whatever.
We tried to track down one of the hot chicks that used to be on our show, Kimberly Taylor.
What happened to her?
We can't find her anywhere.
Wow.
Didn't Ronnie have a beat on her?
Yeah. Well, first I called Penthouse Magazine, and they were like, no. We know nothing about her.
Really?
Yeah.
They were like, please, we have a hands-off policy.
Yeah,
really?
It was a bad split with them.
Not amicable.
Yeah, and then there was a club on Long Island. She used to book bachelor parties, but I called there. She hadn't worked there in a couple of years, and they think she's down in Florida, married now.
Oh, okay.
And then we tried to find Bo the lesbian.
Oh, wow.
100 years ago, but we couldn't.
I thought that would be fun.
That would have been funny.
Didn't even have a clue where to find her.
It might have been more fun than Siobhan.
Well, the only people we could get a hold of.
Wow.
You should have called John Edwards and see if he could contact Ted the janitor.
Don't think more disturbing than Siobhan in a dress?
That's right.
Siobhan with a beard.
Yeah, that was... I tell you what, man, I had that guy picked as dead.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? Like, when I used to listen,
homeless and died on the streets a few years ago.
You know what the weirdest thing is? Of course, when you leave somebody's name downstairs, you have to leave a name that they have a license for. So, I now know him as William, which is even more disturbing.
Siobhan is William now?
William, yeah.
You know who I was hoping you'd book for today? Because we haven't found him in years, Fred. Are you there? Oh, there he is. Over there.
By the way, what happened with Mariah Carey? That just sort of didn't pan out?
You know what? She's like in Indonesia or something. She was going to actually either call in or stop by, but she's just,
let her do the stop by.
On a whole other continent. But we'd like to have her, right?
Hell yeah.
Be on the American Music Awards tonight.
Well, I guess she's just getting...
She flew in from Indonesia.
Something like that. But she was like, 10 continents away.
She's on another planet.
Sure. Every time we call.
Yeah, I wonder what her story is. Like who she bangs. I think it's like black guys mostly, right?
Well, she had a Mexican guy just before she went crazy.
Was that the closest she came to being with a white guy?
Well, she spends a lot of time with ODB. Like, he's on her records.
ODB?
Yep, he's been on her records. In fact, he was on that one record. I always used to say, I wonder what it was like when ODB went to dinner at her and Tommy's house, because she was very close with him.
Wow.
But I don't know that anything happened.
And then, of course, she had a little thing with Eminem, apparently.
Right. But she says no, he says yes. She says she didn't have anything.
Yeah, but he had to get into blackface for that.
Hello there, Mariah.
Hello there, baby. Time for your sexual awakening.
Get over here.
What else were you going to bring up?
I'm doing Hollywood Squares this Saturday, so you want to hear who I'm on with?
Yeah.
Okay, the big center square is Simon Cowell from American Idol.
Oh, he's a big deal.
Yeah. He's center square. Then I'll be on with Martin Mull.
Another big deal.
Kathy Griffin.
Yeah.
Brian, the winner of Survivor.
Oh,
there you go.
Joan Rivers. Don King. And comedian George Lopez.
Fantastic group. I mean, no wonder the show's doing so well. That's some group.
Who do you call on first?
Yeah, there you go.
This is a chance I'll get called on now. With Alec Baldwin, I had no chance.
Oh, my goodness.
Robin, let's do some news.
All right. I'm
just about to listen to your theme song.
Would you like to sing a tune?
Go ahead, Robin.
There was somebody he mentioned. I was going to ask you something about them, but in his group of
Baba Booey.
People on
Baba Booey.
Hollywood Squares, but I can't remember now. Anyway, I just
hard to forget that group.
They all are so memorable. Prince Andrew, I know you never want to know about the royal family, but you might want to know about this.
She's so boring.
Prince Andrew has become close to a Hollywood actress and supermodel once engaged to Sylvester Stallone. A friend of the prince has revealed that Andrew, 42, is said to have enjoyed a string of discreet dates with Angie Everhart.
Look at that. No kidding. She's going to be a princess. Which is Prince Andrew?
He's the middle kid.
Oh.
He's the one who was married to Fergie.
I see.
Charles's brother.
He likes redheads.
Yes. He first encountered the 33-year-old beauty in Los Angeles when representing British industry as a roving ambassador.
Well, he's a lucky man.
Through a friend, he arranged a date with the former Playboy model. The couple dined at a fashionable restaurant and have become more friendly over the past year.
See? You see? What do I say?
What do you say? Yeah.
You know, it's a weird thing. You know, Angie and I did go out, and she's great. I mean, really great. And, you know, we both moved on in our lives.
Did you keep her secret from your mom?
Oh, yes.
Because Andrew apparently hasn't told the Queen he's dating.
Angie's one of those girls who keeps secret. No, I had just, you know, she was one of the first people I dated when I wasn't married anymore.
So did you tell your mom?
No, I wasn't talking to anybody about what I was doing. Everything was pretty much going on up in my apartment.
And
because it was weird, because you know what it is, with what Jimmy was saying, when you have kids, you just can't, like, start introducing them to different women after you know them for a week or two. You got to make sure that
it's
there's...
gonna last.
Yeah, you know, you want to... You know, or else you look like a total tool.
Yeah, with a new girl at dinner every week.
Yeah, you might be a total tool, but you don't want to look like one. You know, here's Aunt Angie, then here's Aunt so-and-so. You know, you don't want to do that.
Right, you don't want to start the aunt thing.
Angie's a great girl. I was seeing her.
I just thought it's interesting that now your ex is off with a prince.
Yeah, sure. Are you kidding? I only date chicks who would be with royalty.
Nice. Take it over the list.
That's funny. A friend of the prince is quoted as saying he wants this relationship to last.
I think Angie would be a terrific princess. I think she'd be very good to the people.
Really?
Yes. She would be excellent. She'd be fair with her subjects.
Right.
Princess Angie would be fair with her subjects.
Well, I guess the prince should take that under advisement. She'd be good for the royal family.
In fact, you know, I am the king of all media. I was thinking she would be an excellent princess of all media. If it went very far and we hooked up for a long time, I would have made her princess of all media.
She would have made a great princess of all media.
Yes.
You were considering that.
That's right, making her a princess.
She only dates royalty. You're the king of all media, and he's the prince.
That's what I'm telling you.
She's actually stepping down.
Yeah, she's going out with a prince.
So anyway, I just thought I'd give you the news.
Thank you.
We were asking Carson if it felt funny hearing about what his ex-girlfriend is doing. Does it bother you?
It does. If you're like me, I like to hold on to everybody.
Yeah.
You know, I kind of, even if you're not with someone, I still like the idea of them being... I still will not get jealous, but
you still want to... There's some possessiveness.
Yeah, I want them to still be in love with me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They shouldn't really have room for anybody.
Yeah, right. It was even weird when my ex-wife got remarried. It was like, you're crazy. How can you do that?
You're my wife.
You're my wife still. How can you ever settle for anyone other than the great me? I'm precious.
Didn't I leave a lasting impression?
Yeah, I don't know how you'd survive with anyone else. Yeah, you know, I tend to think very highly of myself.
And think of yourself as irreplaceable.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm so replaceable. Angie's off with a king. Or whatever he is. Prince.
Well, it is a prince. It's not just, you know, she's not running off with some scoundrel.
But after me, there's no one usually, I would think. They couldn't survive.
Oh, goodness. Oh, well. What do you think of this? An Iowa stockbroker has decided to sue his ex-girlfriend for $300,000 in gifts, loans, and expenses after their wedding plans fell through. I guess she decided to call off things, and he has decided, well, then give me back all the stuff I gave you. It's a 66-year-old guy who's doing this. He filed papers in December against his 54-year-old betrothed, Mary Toon. She led him to believe that they would be married, and that's why he was so generous with all the gifts. He claims that in anticipation of marriage, he lent her money to pay her federal income taxes, bought her a Vera Wang wedding dress, a fur coat, and a diamond ring. The 2-year courtship ended in April, and now he wants that stuff back.
We have a news bulletin.
It's not a body. Hello, everybody. I'm Paige Hopkins. An object investigators thought could be the body of Lacey Peterson turns out to be an anchor. Divers pulled it out of the Berkeley Marina today. The 27-year-old pregnant woman.
I have the same reaction every time you play this. That's amazing.
The same reaction to insane laughter.
I laugh, but it makes me a little sick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Robin. I didn't mean to interrupt with that bulletin.
Well, you have to.
Thanks to Kid Chris for sending that in.
There's also a website for men who cheat to try to help them get through it successfully. A guy named Doug Mitchell, that's not his real name. He's married with 2 kids, holds down a job, has a girlfriend on the side, and runs a website offering helpful hints to guys who cheat. It's called philanderers.com and was started 5 years ago when he, in the throes of an affair, tried to go on the Internet to find some advice and found there was nothing.
So it's a cheating...
A cheating website where people can chat or get some rules that will help them keep things under wraps.
You know who was on that website? Jimmy Kimmel.
Some advice.
He says among the rules listed on the site are keep your clandestine capers to yourself. Never use a credit card, but always use a condom.
Absolutely.
That's good.
Another rule, no photos.
Right.
Never take a picture with her. Number 3, no electronic trail. Don't email each other. Don't beep each other.
Wow, this guy's some sort of genius.
Yeah, in other words, have no contact and maintain the relationship.
How do you stay in touch?
Every girl wants that.
But this is, he says it may not mean that you have a bad marriage if you're cheating. It just may mean you have something a little missing in your life or need a new spark.
Well, women don't understand that. Sometimes you can really be in love with them, but you need to get laid with somebody different once in a while. But women think that means, oh, man, it's the end of the relationship.
Yeah, well, he says some of the unsuccessful cheaters like Russell Crowe and Meg Ryan when they were having the torrid affair on the set of a movie, and Jack Welch, who was caught after his wife read the email he sent to his girlfriend, are 2 people who didn't follow the rules. But one guy who was an expert at the rules was Charles Kuralt. Do you remember him?
Yes, I do. Charles, on the road with Charles Kuralt, CBS News guy.
That's right.
You'll never know the successful guys. Until he died, he had 2 families.
That's right. Nobody knew he had a girlfriend and a kid with her.
He was on the road.
Until he died.
Wow. And he never emailed her.
Never.
I guess he followed the rules.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? He kept her in a cabin.
I mean, this guy's saying find the secret closet and just bang a chick.
Yeah. Well, that's what Charles
Kuralt was. Well, look at how good looking he was.
Yeah, he was a looker.
Shiny bald head. Gets him every time.
Good bone structure.
Right.
He kept the woman in a cabin.
Are you kidding?
In the woods.
Do you know? All right, I'll admit this. I have a wife in Africa. She lives in a hut. She has big plates in her lips.
Well, how have you kept that secret all this time?
How? Because I follow the rules from the website. I never email her. She never heard of email. She never heard of fire. But seriously.
Well, you should go on that website, see what else is going on there.
You know what my wife's name is?
What?
Tetsu. It's spelled T-Z-A-T-U-Z. Tsitsi. I buy her a new spear every year, and she gets wild for me.
Yeah, but you don't use a credit card when you buy her a spear.
No, you don't buy that on a credit card.
Cash.
She doesn't wear shoes.
All right, so we're all bummed out about the Jets. The Jets are out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Bad day yesterday. They met a bigger and better team. Chad Pennington, the quarterback, who is the focus of most of the attention on the team, says he played poorly yesterday. D1.
He did, but I don't feel he had a lot of help from his team there. Don't you think that they were rushing him and getting...
They made a couple of mistakes at the very beginning that, the Raiders immediately capitalized on, and then the rest of the game they were just shut down.
I was struggling all day long, and I don't know why.
Because they had a better team?
It's one of those things that you got to learn from and have a short-term memory and just take every series as a new one and forget it.
So he's not Broadway Joe Namath.
Well, maybe he will be. He's not this year.
Right.
But, they were covering the receivers. He had no hope. They were rushing him, blitzing and everything. It was just a sad, sad...
Well, you know what? God bless Chad Pennington and the New York Jets. They had a much better season than anyone would have imagined.
That's true. It gave us a lot of excitement for a while.
Yeah, it was fun while it lasted.
In fact, I had fallen so in love with the team, I couldn't watch them lose. After, I watched them come out in the second half, and I said, this isn't going to get any better.
It's about the last one, whether you're in rhythm or not. You just have to keep fighting and fight through it. And
I don't know.
Wow, it just popped on by itself.
You're not in control of it.
I'm not.
Chad, stop it.
Wow.
All right. The governor of Illinois did something really incredible the other day. He's only got a few days more in office, and he decided to commute the sentences of a bunch of dudes on death row. Because I guess he determined that some of the people on death row weren't guilty of the crimes they were committed of. And,
so what?
Well, they did something, Robin. Come on.
Well, this guy, I guess, couldn't live with the idea that he could do something about saving an innocent man's life, and he wasn't sure exactly how well the justice system was handling racial issues, and he decided to just commute everybody's sentence on death row. Dudley Sharp, who is with an organization called Justice for All, he says many violent murderers had their death sentences commuted as a result. C1.
His claim that there were 13 people found innocent on death row is false. There might have been 8 found on death row. Certainly that number is too many, but it represents a 97% accuracy rate in conviction.
No, it doesn't. It means that a lot of people were killed. We don't know if they're innocent or guilty. But, look, the bottom line is this. There are many murderers who went free. Well, not free, but they're going to stay alive.
They get to live.
Yeah. And who likes that?
Well, Richard Dieter of the Death Penalty Info Center says he predicts eventually Americans will come out against the death penalty for fear it's applied unevenly and inaccurately. C3.
But the ultimate result, I think, yes, is that the public is going to conclude that the system is too unfair to allow it to make the decisions about who lives and who dies.
So maybe we'll be in for another round of fights over the death penalty and maybe see it go away again. We don't know. Meanwhile, the Gibb family is in mourning. Barry Gibb, one of the members of the Bee Gees, is dead. He died over the weekend after falling ill, getting some kind of intestinal blockage. Sent him to the hospital, but on the way to the hospital, he had a heart attack.
Yeah.
And then he survived the operation.
Maurice was the one that you're talking about.
I'm sorry, Barry Gibb is the one who's talking on this clip I'm going to play. Maurice was the one who died. But he survived the operation and then seemed to be doing better and finally took a turn for the worse. His twin brother Robin had to rush over from England and got there 3 hours before he died. And now the surviving brothers, Barry and Robin, are very upset. And they say Maurice will be mourned but not forgotten. C4.
Maurice will be a void, always in our lives. And he will always be featured as the third.
I never would have predicted that Maurice would be gone before Al Lewis of the Munsters.
Al seems to survive everybody.
Al Lewis is going to outlive everyone.
Remember the Bee Gees, no matter what we do.
And they're also questioning the reason he died. They're not sure that everything was done just so. They're questioning the care he got at the Florida hospital he went to, and they said they will continue to look into the final moments of his life and what led to his death. Here's Barry Gibb again.
We will pursue every factor, every element, every second of the timeline of the final hours of Maurice's life. We will pursue that relentlessly. That will be our quest from now on.
I don't know what they think exactly went wrong, but they're questioning everything. They think that maybe Maurice did not have to die.
I can't believe Fruity Nutcake is alive.
Maurice Gibb, Rapping Granny.
Rapping Granny. Okay, we're going to be back right after these words.
You know, this is Tim Allen. Hey, Howard, happy 49th birthday. You know, it looks like we are exactly the same age. And that's depressing. Because you look so young, youthful. But do try putting your hair in a bun. Get the hair off your face, honey. Come on. Howie, get the hair off your face.
This is Trudy Styler wishing Howard the great big 50. Oh, 49. Bye, Howard. Lots of love.
Winona Ryder, the actress who was arrested for shoplifting. I want to wish you a happy birthday. I was going to send you a present, but the store I picked it up at caught me at the door, and the police are holding it for evidence. It was a Prada bag. Real nice. I'll call you after the trial. Happy birthday.
Your music, Robin.
Oh, is it my turn?
It's your turn, my sweet.
I've forgotten my music.
Belladonna.
I'm reading in the paper today that Richard Chamberlain is finally coming out.
Yeah, what is he, 80?
Coming out of what?
Who cares? The closet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Dr. Kildare is gay.
Everybody knew it?
Yeah.
But you didn't know if you could say it because then he'd sue you?
Because he hadn't said it. We always have to wait. Well, he's written a memoir now. It's called Toward Love, to be published by HarperCollins, and it will detail the painful but deeply rewarding process of reconciling his deepest self with his public persona.
I'm sure that he was absolutely positive that his career was over before he came out of the closet.
No more of those love stories were coming his way.
Yeah.
It's funny because in 1990, he, I guess, denied tabloid reports that he and Martin Rabbit, an actor and producer who is now his manager, were lovers. But today the pair are living together in Hawaii. And in 1999, Rabbit, who is an executive producer, said that he and Richard are very special friends and business partners.
We play hide the rabbit.
Yeah. He also told the Inquirer once that he would never speak for Richard, but he would admit that he is gay. Hello, Frisco.
Yeah, well, you're pretty well speaking for him if...
Yeah, right, exactly. Like, Richard isn't gay, but the guy he lives with is.
Right.
So, Richard wasn't saying anything. That guy couldn't keep his mouth shut. So, there. There's a blind item in page 6 today that I just wanted to read to you.
Yeah, I read that.
Which charming actress has a one-sided relationship with a young leading man? The dark-haired beauty has a raging case of genital herpes, and the superhero won't touch her. But she's been visiting him for a year to provide him with another form of pleasure.
I wonder what form that would be. The superhero.
Superhero, dark-haired beauty, charming actress.
Do you know who that is?
I gotta figure. Charming actress would say to me...
All right, maybe you better not say nothing. We'll get sued.
Somebody on Charmed. I'm just speculating.
I thought that, too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And superhero, how many of them are there who play superhero?
Oh, I'm Fart Man.
Right.
Well, do you have something you want to say?
Yeah, pleasure me with your hand. The whole cast of Charmed is pleasuring me with their hand. No, I don't know who it is.
I have no idea, but I said, wow, that's crazy, that story.
Yeah.
All right, the People's Choice Awards were last night, and the favorite comedy series was Friends. The favorite drama was CSI. New comedy series, as you said, was 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter. And the male performer was Ray Romano. The female performer was Jennifer Aniston. Now, I have one question for you. Ray Romano brought his kids up on stage.
Right.
To read. This year they got to read his acceptance speech.
Okay. Why would you want to bring your kids?
Why would you bring your kids up there?
Because it's a great bit.
It's clearly wacko.
What's wrong with him? Anyway, so that was that. And at the box office this weekend, guess what was #1?
What?
That Just Married.
Yeah.
The Ashton Kutcher, Brittany Murphy project.
Yes.
$18 million at the box office.
Well, of course.
I'm
you put
shocked.
2 great stars like that together, what do you expect?
Can't believe I turned that down.
It didn't get good reviews, but boy, oh boy, did it bring in the moviegoers this weekend. Here's Brittany, who gushes about her co-star.
Gushes?
She gushes.
Oh, yeah, she's going out with Ashton Kutcher.
He is brave and kind, and he makes everyone around him so extraordinarily happy.
I heard he's been gushing on her.
He's brave. What does that mean?
He's brave. He goes out with her.
What'd you see him save a cat or something? Brave.
And constantly does that. If there's something, if there's anything wrong, he knows it.
All right. But does anything he knows about it a day in advance? He's psychic.
Yeah.
Anything else, Robin?
So here's Brittany, who is single, talking about what she looks for in a man. B5, not the
These two people who are pretty much
B5.
everything around them. Honesty, passion for something, anything. Other than me. Like lots and for me it would be wonderful, but lots and lots of passion and good communicator.
Sounds like Fred. Good communicating and passion.
But above all, I think honesty and someone that
I like a guy who has a beard like a billy goat.
owns themselves, someone that knows themselves well enough and is grounded so very well that they don't.
I like a man who takes his garbage to the dump by himself.
Now there's grounding.
Right. Anything else, Robin?
Drew Barrymore is in the Confessions of a Dangerous Mind, the George Clooney project about Chuck Barris. And here she says if she had any reservations about George Clooney as a director. B1.
Absolutely not.
I knew off the bat from his choice of Sam for Chuck was like, yeah, because there were a lot of names and ideas thrown around for years, and I was like, that's the tone. That's the movie. Like, that's so cool.
All right, I don't care.
That's the tone.
And here she is on her choice, the choices she makes when she chooses her film roles. B2.
I just don't want to repeat myself. I want to show range.
You don't want to repeat yourself because those movies blow.
Yeah, that's why she's doing Charlie Angels 2. She doesn't want to repeat it.
Thing in a certain genre.
All right.
Ray Liotta is in a new movie called Narc. I don't know where you get to see this, but it's out there somewhere. And he says he enjoyed gaining weight for this character. A1.
Usually you're always, working out, losing weight, and now I'm eating every salty thing that I can to keep myself puffy and full. Because
hey, Artie, you're on the same puffy and full diet.
Exactly. But I don't have a role in a movie.
Just tell people you do.
Well,
you're working on a character.
Or maybe a play or something, yeah.
Anything else, Robin?
Busta Rhymes is in that film, and here he compares acting to making music.
With music, it's just a lot freer because you don't have to work within a script that was written by somebody else to play a character that, doesn't fit any of your characteristics. As opposed to, doing a movie where you have to do that. Follow the script.
All right, Busta Rhymes on acting. See, music, you do what you want. In film, you got to follow a script.
In music,
really? I never thought of it like that.
I didn't know there was that difference.
Interesting.
And Spike Lee has something out called The 25th Hour, and here he's going to explain the plot. A3.
Why bother? No one's going to see it.
The main character in the film is played by Edwin Norton. His name is
Edwin Norton?
It's Monty Brogan. He's a young Irish-American guy from...
Who hates black people, let me guess.
We get it.
The Bay Ridge section of Brooklyn, New York. Who happens to be a drug dealer. And he got caught up in a drug game and was sentenced 7 years.
And he don't eat no shrimp.
This explanation is as boring as that movie.
Yeah. Way to promote.
I walked out of that film. It was unwatchable.
Wow.
Thank you, Spike.
Very upsetting.
It's a Spike Lee joint, folks.
It's a swimp movie.
It's about Edwin Norton.
All right, Robin.
That's what's happening.
Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow. We got a big show for you tomorrow. Martin Lawrence stops by, win Fred's money. Anybody want to play Stump the Buoy, give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. Looking for contestants.
I wish we could get Martin Lawrence to play Lord of the Anal Rings. He might be up for it.
Maybe he would play.
Yeah.
You never know.
He might, yeah.
I think he could beat you.
Bring it on.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow.